together.
That wasn't together, but yay! We'll work on it. We'll work on it.
Double feature.
We'll work on the timing.
Stereo.
Fiction. That's
I was hoping someone would. Oh, Rocky Horror. I missed that show.
I need to do that show.
I'd like to do that.
I would love to do that show.
The amount of people who said I want to do an actual live show again, but
played the narrator.
they keep doing the shadow casting, like do an actual theater version.
And I need to stop this because we are going to get copyright strike.
They can't hear it now.
So we might get a strike on the first 30 seconds. Who knows?
Probably not.
We'll see. Whoops.
We need another burp. Let's go.
Oh, your little Minnie's there. She's so cute.
Yep, been added in. So we got the group.
Look at her glasses.
She's a scholar.
I'm a librarian.
I am a librarian.
God, I need to rewatch that movie.
This Pride Month.
The magnet
This
actually
Pride
does
Month.
open their book of the dead.
Oh,
So
yes.
you place it in,
Movie.
you twist in it.
That was probably my bisexual awakening.
It's cheaper if
That
you just
or
want the book
Road to El
covering,
Dorado.
so you can
Oh,
insert whatever
yes.
notebook or whatever
Yes.
you want.
Yes, Damien.
But to get the
Yes.
full thing.
Like,
it's-
you know they had, like, some wild action at the end in the epilogue, and yeah.
What are we talking about?
Atlantis.
Bisexual awakening a la Road to El Dorado.
Oh, I thought.
What?
The special hotel room at the convention.
You or Lumiere?
Oh. A little bit of both.
Dane in his soul.
I see.
Yes.
A little of column A, a little of column B.
When we saw somebody that was dressed as a furry at Des Moines Con, I was like, dang.
I knew a
Years
furry
ago.
there.
You did?
I did.
Why didn't you introduce me?
He was working a booth.
Oh.
Meanwhile,
Are you
I
a
saw.
furry?
Actually,
No,
does anybody
I just
know
never
Lucas McCannon?
spoken to somebody
What?
Lucas McCannon?
in furry
Also a
appearance
magician.
before.
Meanwhile, I saw them at the convention. I'm like, oh, Brandon, it's a furry. Because I've never seen one in person before.
Yeah.
Really?
What if they were just wearing a mascot costume?
I haven't seen one outside of conventions.
It's a
to
very
be fair.
unique.
Comic-Cons.
And the Renaissance
Mascot.
Fair.
Oh, that's true. And the Renaissance Fair.
Yeah.
Which arguably is a convention.
Yeah.
A LARPing
Just
convention.
outside.
The large
I still need to go to the Renaissance Fair.
Me too.
Period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been to one, so.
I need to
I've
make-
been to the one in Minnesota. It's really cool.
I'm scared to go
It's way
back
larger.
now because I have adult money and there are swords.
Yeah.
Yes, but there
But
was,
you know what?
but there
You can have
I think I went
self-control
to
through the
one of these-
aisles
Was it
at
in Bristol,
Con.
Wisconsin?
Yes.
She
You
did it.
can.
Oh, you didn't buy a sword. There were
You
many,
can have-
many
And I
swords
love the
there.
Yeah.
Minnesota.
And I-
You can have
But I
self-control.
spent a ungodly amount on a bunch of other things.
I can have a very
Drink on the way,
nerdy,
and
in-depth
you're like,
conversation with
my
you
mom
about
knows,
why
like,
you
stop
should
with some of
not
those,
buy
like,
swords at
fresh
Renaissance fairs. And
You've
true.
already had that
Okay,
conversation.
great.
and fresh apple butter.
I figured as much. Chris Williams walked me through it.
Oh,
being like,
Yeah.
it's
So
tempting. They
impressive
look
what you do with
pretty.
your
You
eyes.
can't swing it at
know.
nothing. Don't get it.
Yeah.
Because it'll break?
Yeah,
I'm so
they are
excited.
wall
I'm
decorations.
so excited.
Right.
If you want something
so
that you
excited.
can play with,
Yeah.
you can fight with, you can rehearse with,
Oh.
you need to get
We need
tempered
to buy-
steel, and that needs to be through
Yeah.
a dealer,
Yeah, that much I knew already.
a vendor. Yes.
I mean, I almost
Through a drug
bought
dealer?
a crown
Okay, gotcha.
at the Ren Fair and then again at Des Moines Con. So
a crown.
yeah.
I bought a tiara.
She
did.
I run up there with all the other ones.
Is it from the one vendor from Des Moines Con?
Mhm.
See, should have gotten one.
She sold out quick.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the circlets, and I'm very.
Dane, can I taste your IPA? I just want
Of course.
to. I just want to know if I would be okay with one.
I would say it's citrus forward
I can say
with
no
a
to a
heavy amount of
sword, but
bitter.
a tiara, no.
Gotcha. It's not bad.
It
The
is.
the
I
black
definitely,
with the
I definitely
rose
taste
gold.
the
Those
IPA
are so
hoppiness of it.
Yes.
I was
That's.
told from a very
I like
young
a
age
lot of
a
citrus.
company that looks just like it. So
Double IPAs. I like.
Good.
It is kind of like having an
Still
IPA
have my
with a shot
scepter.
of whiskey in it.
my
You
my
can taste
wand.
that alcohol.
I feel like
shit would hurt if I
feel it.
bonked
it
somebody
lessens the
with it, 'cause it
hoppiness
is
of it, which is
steel,
my
so that
issue,
would
because I'm not a big
hurt.
fan of the hops.
Sure. Have you had an Imperial before?
Oh,
Those are
Probably.
I have.
very alcoholic.
I'm sorry. It's a joke that is only
When
going
I
to make
worked in
sense to me.
Chicago, we had to like taste a lot of the beers.
Right
So
when
sweet
you're
boy.
roasted.
Because I was a server, so like we
Yeah,
had
like
Yawn
you're all
tour.
sleeping.
Yeah.
Because I'm always
Sorry for my
sleepy.
satirical joke.
If I'm not
earlier.
hungry, I'm always sleeping.
So that's sort of my equivalent.
He makes fun of me all the time
because I can
What?
take them with me anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm in
Almost
meetings.
Sorry if
every
my
day.
Yeah.
forgotten.
Political
Yeah, that's what he was
joke
doing when he came over to
earlier.
try
I'm an
and
IT
get
student,
the
so
I apologize.
developer
the
remote
meetings
on the
vary quite a
blacklist.
bit between
Oh my god.
happening.
like
Yep.
hair raising to
I'm
like
big
completely
better.
like
I woke up at
horribly mundane
9:15 today.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Did you actually get out of bed though?
Yes, I did, because I had ballet.
Oh, that's right.
Now,
Okay.
the day
That sounds like
beforehand, not so
conversation.
much. I woke up at the time, and then I went back to sleep and woke up at 2. So.
Yes, Courtney. Soul sisters.
Hey,
Sorry about that.
I'm-
sister.
For some reason, the streaming was maxing my processor and it was not working. So I switched encoding methodologies, and it seems to be going well. So
Just looking at the stream with
Yeah.
cross eyes.
All I saw was Dane doing this.
Cross.
Look at the
we
camera. I go,
crossed the streams.
God damn it, Dane.
God fucking
Dane.
Dane.
Yeah.
Your cross-eye looks
Wow.
real.
Right.
Your cross-eye looks like.
What do you mean?
It looks too natural.
I don't. That's ridiculous.
Dane, I understand.
Yeah, I get it too.
Okay. Shall we recap
That
the
gave me a headache.
Right.
Yes. Session 6625. Bridges,
Bridget's?
bridges, bandits, and being born into royalty.
Jesus.
I took a bath. I made my way
Making his way.
with my peasants down the trail.
Get fucked.
When I spied with my fancy eye a couple of archers ahead. We would have to pay the bandit toll if we want the Thundering Irons holes. I mean hides. Bluefin attempted to ask the price of the toll, and Anna started blasting.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she did.
So bad on her initiative.
I look forward to do this. All right, roll initiative. She rolled like a 2. And I'm like,
I rolled dead last.
well, they see you coming, and they're
Very Dragon Ball Z.
The spirit is willing, but the body is weak.
Oh my god.
They hurled
5 minutes to the planet's destruction.
some alchemists' fire at us. I heroically led my fair peasants through battle, dodging arrow after almost every arrow. Florence and Zabilna's kid really showed those bandits what's what.
Wow. Yeah, one of them was. Yeah, anyway.
Anna.
Showed her pussy.
What?
Oh, right.
She transformed into a cat?
Yeah, tiger.
yeah.
Tiger.
Yeah. We slaughtered the bandits.
You did.
Oh,
We?
Fierce.
We?
Fierce?
Yeah.
Fierce pulled Florence off the map and
Oh.
into his negative zone.
Oh.
And into his negative side.
Florence appeared at her first year of college. We saw her playing memory flashcards.
Dr. Dillamond explained to her that magic sings to us in slightly different ways.
She began to read the memoirs of Eduardo No Name, except his name is Eduardo, so
Florence blipped back and was very disturbed at our newfound blipping connection.
we tied them up. Ooh woo. and took a quick break.
You didn't see that one coming.
Bluefin, I'm glad I didn't have to read that one. Bluefin attempted to persuade the bandit leader to inform us of his allegiances, but he ate his own tooth, which I guess he was allergic to because then he died.
Damn, if only you had an inquisitor with you.
We traveled to Waymont Tower and found it raided. End of session.
Well, shit.
Okay. So
Now, what really happened?
What do you mean? That was a perfect.
That is the question.
The poor bandit was
Perfect rendition.
blind and then got fireballed.
Yeah.
The blind bandit. Terrible
I need to
day.
get rid of that spell. It feels bad.
The best earthbender ever, the blind bandit.
Band.
The boulder is no longer.
It's not just a boulder. It's a rock.
The
Pioneers used to ride these.
Flamey, oh my
things for
goodness.
miles.
Where's
When-
my Diet Coke?
When last we left off, our heroes had begun their journey from Springbrook northward toward Waymont in the hope of locating the Thundering Irons, a mysterious bandit group that has plagued Elvara for over 2 decades. Along the way, the group makes some efforts to appear as a noble traveling on horseback. A few hours into their journey, this attracts the attention of a group of bandits, which stops our heroes at a small bridge near a creek in an attempt to exact a toll. The group is surprised to have, this group is surprised to have come across several gold-level adventurers, but is seemingly well armed. The battle takes some efforts, and toward the end, one of the bandits lobs an attack toward Florence. A bottle containing some kind of potion and glyph that contains a rather potent explosion of fire. While the rest of the fates end the life of the bandit, Veers races to Florence before the attack can land and attempts to teleport them both to safety. Unfortunately, caught partially in the explosion and the strange psionic magic that seems to connect Veers to an ancient and forgotten power, Veers reappears several feet away, and Florence does not. The group is rocked by a memory of a younger Florence struggling to study at a wizard school during her third year, actually. Her talent obvious.
Can I leave him here? Is that an option?
Her talent
Just gonna have a
obvious.
break.
Yes. Her talent obvious, and seemingly having brought her through to her third year, she appeared to be having some trouble now with the more difficult courses. A kind professor approaches her, and the two talk for a moment before he provides her another book to read, The Memoirs of Eduardo No Name, along with some encouragement that not everyone comes to magic the same way, but that all magic sings to us.
Girl.
Some people need assistance. Sometimes it's...
Moments later, Florence finds herself dropped to the ground, returned to the group beside a very visibly shook
You need to
Veers.
focus.
Florence is informed that she likely has been caught up in the same strange power that will sometimes cause other members of the Fates to disappear. For his part, Veers worries that he may be a danger to others and wonders if he may need to part ways once this final task is complete to try and find some resolution to this uncontrollable power that seems to come from him and be harming those around him that he cares about. After the defeat of the bandits, Florence's apparent first blip, the Fates turn their attention to the leader of the bandit group, which they had been able to knock unconscious and capture. An attempted interrogation is made, but the bandit leader gives little up, save that they had a supplier for their weapons, who he is certain would kill him if it got out that he had revealed anything to the group. After Anna increases the interrogation by adding her own flare of pain, you hear a crack from the mouth of the bandit leader, and he quickly succumbs to a poison.
So next time I rip their jaw, and then they can't do that. Got it.
Some investigations of the bodies and the mounting of the various bandits' heads on pikes
That's right,
decorating
you
the
did do
path
that.
Oh,
around
that's
the
right. I
bridge
forgot.
by Anna. You continued on to Lookout Tower. You arrived to find the tower empty, most of the supplies missing or destroyed. Evidence of some clawed creatures ransacking through everyone, but you are unable to make out exactly what. Eager to regain your items from the Fates Inn, you choose to call the day a little early and set up the inn. You join together and call forth the doorway to the inn, while inside the first floor of Lookout Tower, around 4 p.m. As you enter... So, let me switch this off. So,
Children.
as you enter the main floor of the main floor with the various chairs, tables, and bar, noise begins to fill your ears. The clock-
God damn it, Courtney.
We are on one.
we-
Apparently.
It's going to be a
Jesus
fun
Christ.
evening.
yeah.
Had a nap, okay?
I had.
We all did, apparently.
I regained.
Noise begins to fill your ears. The clattering of plates and silverware. The mixed and indistinguishable voices of dozens of patrons around you. You feel as if you're sitting at one of the tables as the memory floods into each of you.
a worn tavern comes into view.
Oh.
All of you who've been to Springbrook, which I think is all of you at this point, you'll recognize it as such. It's a quiet early evening in the late fall, and you're sitting at one of the tables from a low vantage point. Actually, it's probably on par for you, Anna. Across from you sits a somewhat younger Razgor and Lena. To your left is a young half-orc, no more than 8 or so. You eat and chatter happily along with your brother and your parents, pleased to be having an evening out together. Lena beams with pride at her husband as he talks about the large shipment of armor that helped pay for this rare treat, and adds that the bountiful apple harvest this season will also bolster their coffers. You don't really seem to understand too much, and best as you can tell, neither does your brother, but you both nod along enthusiastically anyway. But you're more engrossed in your special dinners, and occasionally play-shoving each other to see who can make the other fall off of their chairs. All of a sudden, there's a brash man's voice calling out about the general ambiance of the tavern.
Can't believe people these nowadays breeding with savages. Tain't natural. That's for damn sure.
She's in a mood today.
Apparently.
You said taint!
Taint, yeah. Taint.
It ain't natural.
Yeah.
I just heard taint.
Taint, yeah. Yeah, they pronounce it as taint, yeah.
Taint.
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 Natural. Thank you.
Taint, gotcha.
Oh,
Someone heard me.
I got you.
This is D&D!
Yeah.
I need more alcohol in now.
Sorry.
The innkeeper, Amira, looks up from the bar counter.
Right, that'll be enough of that. Eat your meal in peace and be on your way.
Lena's face turns hard as stone as she glares at the 2 men at a nearby table, while Razgor's green skin takes on a slightly reddish hue. You and your brother notice the change in your parents' demeanor. The eating and the roughhousing pause as you straighten up in your chairs and pay close attention. The men, undeterred by the attention they're causing, continue with their openly prejudiced remarks. You look down at your plate, your small green knuckles starting to whiten as you clench your spoon tightly, trying not to cry. Balagog, like Lena, looks ready to get up and fight.
You gotta feel bad for the kids. Kids? Dude, these ain't kids. Those are little monsters, worthless things.
Amira is already waving and pointing for her bouncer, but your attention is snapped back to the table as there's a scrape of chairs on stone floors. Both Lena and Razgor push back from the table and get to their feet. You and your brother watch in a mixture of great awe and fear as your parents, as if in synchronized plan, swiftly descend upon the 2 men with a flurry of fists.
Fuck yeah. Metal. Fuck yeah.
For a moment, you
Metal.
look back over at Amira, who simply leans on the countertop, pausing her hired bouncer for just a moment, allowing the justice to play out as it should. Eventually, your parents return and slide back into their chairs as if nothing had happened. Lena picks up her napkin and dabs your face where you've missed a bit of food. The bouncer walks over and effortlessly picks up the 2 dazed men. One of them tries to protest about being attacked, but Amira just scoffs back.
Nobody here saw anything of the sort. Just the 2 of you disturbing the evening meal and having to get thrown out. You see the bouncer crack a faint smile at the word thrown. And you realize he too is a half-orc. As the memory fades and you all come back to yourselves, you find Zav sitting at one of the tables in the inn.
Welcome back.
Are they still here?
Who?
Oh wait, we're not in Springbrook.
No.
No, we're in the special.
Special
The Fates Inn?
Yeah.
Yes, the Fates Inn.
The Inn for Fates.
Did I basically just split back there just now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they come back from the memory and you're basically sitting at one of the tables here.
Oh god, that was a rough one. Are you okay?
I guess.
Seems like his parents handled it fine enough for me. You'll find that racism everywhere these days, unfortunately.
This is true.
I miss.
You missed a group of bandits.
Is that all?
Anna killed them.
Tracks.
And then she put their heads on spikes.
Yeah.
Also tracks.
Eric drinks a drink with his pinky up.
Do you really have to do that in here?
Oh yes, you've also missed my elevation.
Jesus Christ.
He's been
His
like
elevation
this
has been
ever
really
since we
annoying.
started walking here.
Yeah.
It's rather annoying, really.
I agree, Anna.
Speaking of which, I'm trying to remember, did we leave the horse outside, or were you bringing the horse into that?
I think I brought the horse.
I think you left it in the stables. I did not go when your fate's in.
Yeah, I left it at the stables.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
you did not go inside?
I didn't want to. No, I was like, this is freaky.
So you do also still get the memory, because the door is still
Yes,
open,
yeah.
so you get the memory, and you do sort of like through the doorway see that he is sitting at one of the tables inside.
Okay.
Where's Florence?
She was freaked
She
out.
was afraid to come into the inn.
Can I hear them through the open door?
Yeah, so long as the door is still open, you guys nobody's shut the door yet.
The door is open, Florence. You can come in. I swear it's safe.
There's beer.
There is, in fact, beer.
What is it?
It's an IPA.
Cold. Wet. And heady.
I'm guessing it's an ale of sorts. I guess.
Is it a distinguishable ale, or is it like a special
No.
craft to this?
It is unique.
Okay.
It is not something that you've ever experienced from another
I
place.
don't think she meant the beer.
I don't think she meant the beer.
Oh.
I'm just DM answering the question.
Oh, I know. This-
And I'm not playing Eric.
Then I'm not playing for
New characters!
New character!
Their name's Shelby and Dane, and they don't get along.
Are you asking me what the room is? Like what the room itself is? or where
What is this location that you seem to have opened up in the middle of this tower?
Something my mother created for us.
Like your grandmother.
Well, grandmother, but yes.
Who's not actually her grandmother.
Just think of it as a
Adopted
magical,
grandmother.
magical space that we can call upon when needed.
A pocket dimension.
I assure you it is safe.
Bag of holding with air, food, and beer.
Please don't listen to Eric.
And then in your studies, you would have come across like Liam's Tiny Hut and
Yeah.
Morkai's
Yeah,
Magnificent
pocket
Night.
dimension
Yeah.
is convincing, and I think I'll go in.
But as you do look at this, it doesn't seem to adhere exactly to either Liam's Hut or the Magnificent Mansion. Though it seems closer in style to the mansion. As you enter, the room is basically as you see it here. There's a long prepared table with many different dishes of food on it. Specifically, various meats, breads, cheeses, and in the dead center of the table, a gingerbread house. All as if they had been prepared just minutes ago.
What's the significance of the gingerbread house?
It's Baba Yaga.
It's Baba Yaga.
Okay.
She would lure children and then cook them and eat them
Oh, that's right.
because of the gingerbread house.
That tracks, as one would put it.
Actually, I'll take.
I don't know what that means.
We don't need to be afraid of being eaten, do we?
No. She's just leaving her mark there.
Okay.
We don't need to be concerned about it.
I thought we went over this like
Yeah.
long time ago. Like she doesn't actually do that.
Oh.
That's just an old folk tale.
I forget.
Correct. It's kind of like her joke.
I think we should pop open one of those elven wines.
Yeah, there are several wines on the back shelves behind the bar area here, as well as a couple different selections. There's one sort of major crate of ale, but there's a couple smaller instances that all seem to be like darker, lighter types of versions.
I will also, if it's all right, say that whenever we unloaded our stuff, I had exquisite elven wine in my inventory, which I believe we received while at Scabatha's before Bros Night.
Yeah.
Bros night.
That was an episode.
That was so fun.
That was a good session.
That was a good ass night.
Cast some
We got
warding
drunk
on the
on
tower
wine.
itself, so
Just the boys.
So you're casting what?
I cast. I used what is it called? Wards and something.
Oh, on the outside.
Yeah, on the outside
yeah.
tower.
So,
I did that before they went in here.
Okay,
I just wanted to let everybody know
gotcha.
in character.
Don't you like to know? So yeah, Eric's gonna walk over, pop open one of the wines, and start walking around and pouring everyone a glass.
So as you come in, does anyone close the door, or are you leaving the door open for now?
Probably close the door after Shelby.
Okay.
Or after Florence entered. Not Shelby.
Okay. So
Florence.
so you encourage Florence into the inn, and then a few moments later, go ahead and shut the door behind you. As you do, Red, your telepathic connection to your horse drops.
Drops and it's gone. Son of a bitch.
Sorry, but
You don't know that it's been dissipated or anything.
No,
you
that's
just
true.
you are now in a completely different dimension than
Yeah.
it, so you're too far away to have that telepathic
Yeah.
connection. Similarly, if there's any connection to the wards, as far as like them informing you of stuff, is there a distance limitation or distance or planar limitation on that?
Let's see. It dispel magic doesn't affect it. I think it just lasts for the 24 hours.
And what
there's no notification. It's called Guards and Wards. It's a 6th level spell.
Okay.
Basically it fills like corridors and it wedge stairs and like makes doors imperceptible.
So, sorry, guards and
wards.
Got it. Okay. Okay, so it doesn't look like it doesn't inform you. It just creates effects that are difficult. Fascinating.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a cool spell.
Yeah. Awesome. So as you continue, and Veer's also he's kind of moved toward the edge of the group a little bit, so he's probably furthest from you at the moment. But he does mention as the door closes that the door will become imperceptible once it's closed from the outside. So it becomes a relatively safe space for us to long rest.
Fascinating. You said your grandmother made this?
she did.
I like the gingerbread house.
Have a lot to talk about.
I
refrain
still
from
think of it
asking
as a
any
joke.
questions.
I still think she left it as a joke.
My grandmother made me a blanket.
My grandmother is dead.
Congratulations.
Wine?
Why not?
One.
That was out of character. I know that exactly.
That's a good question. Would Anna want wine after that interaction?
What is this slow?
This was an elven red, find it to be oaky, that we received while staying in the theater of, right? The theater, correct?
Yeah.
Of
Endolin.
Of Endolin.
It's a pretty heavy oakish flavor to it. You would find some familiarity to it.
Why does it taste like a tree?
It probably was aged in barrels of oak.
Which are made from trees.
I gathered. And she's just gonna continue drinking it with a very grimaced look.
Brother?
Good to be back.
I pour some for Sav. New friend.
No, thank you.
Yes.
Fairy girl?
Sure.
I pour her some wine. Bluefin,
Wildfire.
why are you being a party bluefin?
I just don't wish to partake in any alcohol at this time.
I respect your decision, as lame as it is.
Flux, where do you head in this area first?
I think I just kind of around. I see a book over there. Maybe I go look at that.
Okay.
There's stairs. What's upstairs?
So there's upstairs. We can explore that in a minute. So I'll say you kind of like start to do the round of the room.
Yeah.
You're kind of curious about the book. The book actually seems to be like a recipe book. There's various things for like how to prepare chicken and baked goods and a gingerbread house, things of that nature.
Yeah.
Baba Yaga's cookbook.
Can I make like a sly, maybe insight check to see if I can figure out, or perception or something, to see if I can like deduce that this is related to the Baba Yaga?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay. I think I'm okay with that. Ooh, that was an at one, so
You are very confused. Like you have a vague recollection of like children's stories about like
sure
witches and hags and gingerbread houses, and it's a little unnerving to you.
Yeah. Definitely.
But you have no idea how that ties into this place or Dahlia's grandmother.
Okay.
In any way.
Yeah. If anyone's looking, Florence is a little bit shaken.
Okay.
Veers,
I might have noticed it.
Yeah, Veers does see you head over in that area first as you're kind of looking at the book, because he's noticed you turned down the wine. And he kind of reaches over for one of the ales and turns to you and is like, is there anything else you want to drink? We've got a number of options here.
Oh, I think I'm good. I'm just curious, I guess. I have all these spells I've only used in theory. I don't know.
You've only been here, I think, twice before. Look around to the rest of the group, so it's a little new to us as well. We're still figuring it all out, but
do we know who her grandmother is?
And
the witches.
Oh.
Veers does look over at her and looks back at you and kind of like, I think it's probably best if I let her answer that. But we have met her and interacted, and we do trust that this place should be safe.
And in the Feywild, promises cannot be broken.
Excellent.
And so he kind of, Dahlia, if you're comfortable talking about your family, I don't want to share for you.
I mean,
I will if you don't want to.
And there's Eric. There starts saying, "No, you will not."
Oh, no, I won't.
probably not a good idea that you share that.
Just trying to take one for the team, if necessary.
My grandmother, her name was Baba Yaga.
Wonderful.
And yeah, you do recognize the name.
Furiously writing.
But basically from like children's
Run
stories.
away!
Yeah, basically from children's
Yes.
stories.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not exactly the same as the children's stories you've heard about. So,
Wonderful.
but Zabelna basically kind of made this. Did she help make this, or what?
So this is a pocket. It's a subsection of her traveling hut.
Okay.
That she's basically split off for us. Yeah. Zabelna was the one that basically brought Baba Yaga around, because Baba Yaga first came across Zabelna as Igwilv.
Yes.
And adopted her as another sort of malicious, evil-doing-ish witch. Zabelna grew, changed her ways, and as such, Baba Yaga wanted to come along with that and has done what she can to become a better person, basically.
Basically. She is working to become better.
Furiously writing.
What are you writing?
Stories.
What do you know, Baba Yaga?
Only what most people know, I suppose. A little bit more now.
It's definitely very different meeting an archfey hag of all hags in person versus what you read in the storybooks.
And this was recent?
Mm-hmm.
This was just before we returned from the Feywild.
Incredible. How long were you there? Have we already gone over this?
A little bit. So,
I know, but
Yeah.
I don't know if Florence knows. I don't remember.
I think Florence knows that the group seems to have been gone from the world for about 2 years.
Right.
At that question, Veers responds, our time in the Feywild was about 2 weeks, just under 2 weeks.
For us.
Fascinating.
And we came back to find that 2 years had passed here.
Fascinating. And did anyone lose anything special? The name, maybe? That's, the trope. She's just writing.
The group goes kind of silent at that question. And we all kind of look around. I'm trying to remember, Eric.
Yeah.
When we first opened the inn, did you remove Cutlass from the portable hole at that point, or is he still in the portable hole and that's in the inn?
I am checking currently the portable.
Just search.
I don't know what I saved it as. I don't believe I have. No, I don't.
Okay, so if he's not in the portable hole, I'm going to say that once we brought the inn out, we actually brought the sort of crystal that encases Cutlass's body into the inn.
Oh God. That'll be fun to explain.
And yeah, there is a section actually. So as you asked that question about did anybody lose anything? Much of the group kind of turns, and toward this back corner, there is a crystal, and from the distance, it just sort of looked like a stand, an object or whatever. But as you see everyone kind of glance over to it, you peer at it more closely. There is the body of an Aarakocra inside this crystal. It is probably about 2/3 the size of what you would think it should be for an Aarakocra. He looks to be of age, but he's about 2/3 his size in the crystal right now.
I see. I'm very sorry.
He saved us. We were fighting a coven of hags in the Feywild, and the last one had taken upon the power of the others once we defeated them, and seemed to have an ability to skirt the lines of life and death. And so every time we thought we had defeated her, she would simply regenerate and keep coming back for us.
She'd turn into black smoke and then reappear. It was really annoying.
How did you finally best her?
This was Cutlass, and he gestures to the crystal with the Aarakocra in it. His partner had passed on some time ago, and apparently in this realm, the lines were rather thin between life and death, and Cutlass's partner reached out and said that every time we were besting her, that he could see her spirit, and if he felt like if they could catch her and hold her on both sides of the planes of existence, that we would be able to fully defeat them with the help of another couple of Feywild creatures who were casting a spell of moonlight and sunlight on her simultaneously. All of those things had to come together, but the act of holding her within that, Cutlass succumbed to the attack as well. His body was actually destroyed. This is a clone, actually, a wizard. Thalia's mother, once we had freed her, was able to take a little bit of his flesh that was left over and create a clone body of his, telling us that a cleric of enough power could potentially resurrect him, or we could also use the body for burial rites as we wished. We've not entirely decided what to do yet.
Cleric of Renown.
He also, we did get to speak to him one time after his death
excuse
too.
you.
He seemed to express that he was happy to remain.
now
part of
getting my
savings.
emails.
That was weird.
Rejoined with
Entire
his partner and wasn't looking to return. So we didn't want to try to go against those wishes. So Veer's kind of gestures like, come, I can show you the upstairs. So as you rise through the stairway, you see a rather long hallway with a number of chests and crates. One thing that is unique about this space is items we leave here seem to persist. People can't. We can only call this space for a period of time for ourselves. So any living creatures must leave after that time period, but any items we leave here persist to the next time we call it forth.
Do you know what happens to people if they stay?
Nobody's tried it yet. My assumption,
I don't think we want to try.
yeah, my assumption is that we end up wherever we created the doorway. That's only from my understanding of somewhat similar spells to this, and I'm not the most versed in that. He walks forward and opens the door at the top of the stairs. And this is not entirely to scale, but there's a rather large room that has actually changed. You don't necessarily know this, but as he opens the door, he was used to seeing 6 beds. There are now 7 beds in this room, and the room has expanded slightly to allow for that. And it kind of catches him off guard for a second. It's a little strange, but it seems like the inn always adjusts to accommodate us. We were told that it would always have space for us and then up to 20 guests. So this is the room that is usually set aside for us. And then down the hallway, he opens another door. This is the room set aside for if we have others that we need to bring into the inn.
Just sitting there in my underwear.
Well, thank you for the information.
You hungry? There's lots of food.
Why not?
And he starts to turn to lead you back down the steps, and he pauses for a minute on the steps, trying to find the right thing to say. I am very sorry to draw you into whatever's happening with me. I don't understand it, and I didn't know it was even possible to add additional people to it. When the rest of us became locked into this, it was during an attack from the hags when we first arrived in the Feywild. All 3 came upon us at once. And I thought that the power was specifically tied to a unicorn horn that they were using as a focal point for their magic. But it seems whatever magic's within me is the actual thing that causes the time skipping, and Dahlia's mother, Zabelna, informed us that the unicorn horn was more just the power source causing it to happen, so tripping the reaction. I think when I cast a spell in the fireball of the attack that was striking us, that power got activated again and drew you into the same. The upside is it seems to be happening less frequently now that we have removed the unicorn horn as a power source for it, but it doesn't seem to have eliminated it entirely.
Fascinating. Don't sweat it.
Fascinating.
And he goes like he's going to say something else when you say don't sweat it, and then kind of thinks better and nods and heads down the steps with you following. So
They'll probably pass by me going upstairs to go to bed.
okay, you're done. I will say this one's about 4 in the afternoon, so it's totally fine if you want to like crash out early, but yeah, you guys called me in early because you all wanted to get your stuff.
I'm just gonna sit on the bed and think thoughts.
Okay, so you're gonna go kind of off, take some time.
Yeah, some private time.
I'm getting my shit.
I will say that
I also got my shit.
I will also get my shit.
I have not
I want the belt.
left the casket.
So, getting your shit.
Yeah.
Getting your shit.
Yeah.
Downtown.
We are at a point, several of you will have enough items now that you're going to have to start picking and choosing what you attune to.
Fuck this shit.
So you may want to look at what's available and make some choices.
I like the rule of cool.
I mean, I only have one that I can attune to, and it's my sword.
I'm good.
So,
Definitely the
Now I have to pay attention to where does it say?
I mean, I thought about putting the amulet of proof against
Requires
detection and
attunement.
location back on, but I was like, it's fine.
Okay, so you're not going to put that back on.
requires
Unless
attunement.
is anybody else going to put their amulet back on?
Requires attunement.
I don't really know.
I have so many. Requires
Honestly, I
attunement.
don't think so.
Requires
Also,
attunement.
Okay, then no.
Okay.
That does not need attunement. Cool.
Of course, D&D
How do you check
Beyond's
that?
going to want to update.
How do you check that? I've never done that.
So
It's like if I do that, there's nothing.
All right. I take
So,
enough
yeah.
I don't
time
have any.
you don't have any items that
Okay,
require
so I
attunement.
don't-
being
So-
alone by the casket where I come upstairs to where everyone is actively putting shit on. And I
Shit on!
Okay.
Zav?
So you take some time like just standing by Cutlass.
yeah.
Anything, sort of thoughts or anything? Shared?
I was just gonna. I think while the tour of the upstairs happened, Eric just kind of stayed or lingered in that moment after the. Did you lose anything?
Mm-hmm.
And like maybe hand on the glass
Sobered him up
for a while, or maybe he had the entire bottle at this point.
That's fair.
That wouldn't be. Yeah.
It's on brand. On brand.
On brand.
Anna, how much did you have to drink?
I had like maybe a glass.
Glass? Okay.
Question.
So you
What would you
you
recommend?
begin to feel just the edge of,
definitely, I think,
of
one, two,
tipsiness.
well,
You've not really partaken
the
in much of
necklace.
alcohol before.
Spent too
You
much time.
recognize it. You're familiar.
And it's
I can't get into D&D Beyond anymore.
Oh,
important.
I can do without this for the time being.
Okay, thanks.
So
Because
just-
it's like,
I wanna
it
hear
got
this
an update, and then I go to the place where it's like, it's unavailable. I'm like,
pretty cool.
I'll take it.
I'm just on
Is yours locked?
the actual website.
oh,
That's right.
no,
I
it
forgot
is.
about that.
Yeah. Go ahead and unlock it for
Why
me. I'll
not?
see if I can get it updated for you while you're
Don't take offense
using
to
yours.
this,
But
but
yeah, if you click
we get a
on
wall?
your icon,
I
it
think
should
I
go
might
there.
ask him if I can rename him.
Thank you.
I want to rename him.
Oh yeah, I think it
Sharp
defaults you into the Amazon store, which is not where you can
When we get home,
update it from. You have to do it
we're
from
gonna
the Play
go
Store.
see professional.
Okay,
So,
So,
last question.
yeah, so Anna, you
Amulet.
get just the touch of like the beginnings of tipsy, but nothing really affect. You said you down pretty much the bottle,
Or
Jesus.
Eric.
Dane.
yeah,
You said that you down pretty much the bottle. What was?
I would say yes. Was drinking from the bottle at this point
Okay.
down by the casket. I don't know if he downs it, but it's definitely a liberal amount of
Okay,
wine.
go ahead and do a con save for me. Just
All
to-
right.
Yeah, I think Zav only had like a glass.
This one?
So you
Yeah.
you also just the very very like lightest touch of tipsy, that little like tingling on the tongue, but
16. 18.
18 total. So you definitely get you imbibe and you feel the effects of the alcohol,
Not my first rodeo.
but you've done some drinking in your day and you are decently tipsy but well within control of your.
I've had this wine before.
Yeah.
Okay, jumping forward then. So I'm feeling okay enough, but I'm still kind of unsure about some things. So I've pulled Zav aside at this point, said, I'm wearing the necklace, I'm carrying the sword. Amulet, or cloak?
I'd go for cloak.
Cloak?
Mm-hmm.
There is a question of whether or not it's best for you to retain the cloak or not, as well. So,
What did you say, Veers?
I can say that as you pull the cloak on, Veers is kind of coming down the steps, and like, we may want to have a conversation about how best to balance the party now that we have a new member.
She wants my cloak?
I'm just... She is probably a little bit more vulnerable at present than you are, and may have some benefit of that.
That's kind of
Oh,
sexist.
Jesus
my
Christ.
God.
Can I have a passive perception of
I can
16.
kill
Can I
him in
hear
his
this?
sleep.
I would say, like, so you're coming down the steps behind Veers.
Sure.
So you definitely can hear Veers' side. Were you trying to be quiet with the sexist comment, or?
I think so.
Okay.
I've also had quite a bit of wine.
Also
Yeah.
had wine.
Yeah, roll stealth with disadvantage.
Roll performance, right?
Rolling twice, taking the lesser of the two, and adding the stealth modifier. That's a 10.
And I'd say, Florence, go ahead and do roll your perception, since we're doing this as a contestant right now.
That's a 6.
You're passive.
Plus 2.
Ooh, that's a nat 20.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Plus 6.
8.
8 to 26. You very plainly hear Eric tell Veers, that's a little sexist. And Veers is just kind of...
Excuse me, sirs, but I have not asked for a cloak.
No, my apologies. We have many magical items that we have stored here. I'm simply looking to see what the best balance may be to try to keep everyone safe.
Do you want an amulet of protection? And Eric holds up 2 amulets.
I am very uncomfortable with the energy we put in the studio today.
Does that include your energy?
Yes.
Always.
Is it cursed?
No.
No.
So
they're not
which
cursed.
amulets are you holding up? The one is the proof against detection.
I have 2.
Two of them.
Oh, yeah, 2 of them.
amulets.
Yeah, I think one was cutlasses, maybe.
Actually,
Okay.
Sad.
We have the action.
One's
Crying.
sad, one's less sad.
One has tear stains forever.
Yeah.
This one's mine, and this one's...
Technically, we haven't really been paying attention to, like,
So should I?
anything.
I've
Oh, so
had
these
him on
need
the
to so
shoulder.
if you're equipping, you need
Yeah,
to
I'm
equip
just-
these
I'm
things.
Seems like maybe you don't want to give one up, so
Because how much can you
I
actually
appreciate it.
Take
have
mine.
on you? Should I get rid of
Giving
my
you
dagger
the
or something?
amulet of
I mean,
proof
you're currently
of
unencumbered.
amulet of
so-
proof against
So that
detection and
should be fine.
So
location.
you're fine.
So then if I go to attunement, will that...
So then attunement. So you have 4
Oh.
things. So you have to choose.
also-
so you have this one of the
Still-
mermaid,
okay.
which is
Actually,
bonus to spell and
But-
tab rolls determined by the ones rated.
if you were saying not
you ignore half
in
cover
relevance
when making
to
a spell attack,
gender,
whereas the stat
what-
You are a rather skilled fighter and,
Sure.
and used to up close.
attack using
Um,
it gets rid of the
she
three
is
seconds for each
very
charge, and
powerful,
takes an extra
but-
1d6 force damage.
A bit less armored than you, perhaps,
So probably
And
2.
then
and
What's the annual?
allowing for enemies that might
health.
attack her to have disadvantage
Constitution score is
could,
19 while you wear the same amulet has no effect
or
on
more difficulty, I should say,
Constitution is
in
already
game.
19, lets you
To
Constitution.
strike her might be a
Your
benefit.
Constitution's 12. So that actually does a lot.
Meta. When you wear this
get a plus
cloak,
2 bonus to your armor
It
class
protects
during-
projects an
no
illusion that
longer
makes you
no
appear to be
shield.
standing in
Okay.
place
So,
near an actual location,
wanna
causing any
choose
creature to have
that.
disadvantage on attack rolls against you.
Oh, fun.
If you take damage, the property ceases to function until the start of your next turn. The property is suppressed while you are incapacitated, restrained, or otherwise unable to move.
So you basically become kind of blurred to of you when you're
So
in
that's
combat,
gonna
and so
increase a lot
it
of your
causes the
stats
person to
then,
have
too.
disadvantage on attacks.
Gotcha.
It's
And
a-
you
like,
can't
had
use it.
Constitution and stuff.
Uh,
So.
Yeah, because
I can, but from what
Yeah.
what
But now you do.
Veers is currently
Sorta.
saying is that some people may be more
You're fine.
apt
Sure.
to use this in myself.
My
I would
AC
not
is
say
14.
that my methods involve
Huh?
sneakery.
Because of the we're getting your hobby tomorrow.
Happy to take it if you
I mean,
don't want it.
When we get home, I can always make a shot at
I wanted to have a discussion. I wasn't telling you that you have to do this, but
Eric
she
kind of
seems-
sadly looks at Veers and hands it over and is like, "Here you go.
What do you mean? There is no one.
No,
Put it away.
take it."
Are you here?
I'd like to believe
That's
that
it.
absolutely.
Yeah. This is canon now.
I can't wear both the cloak and the amulet, assuming they both require it too.
I can't wear two
You already
amulets.
have two
Yeah, I
items
have
that are-
to. I have my harp and the glasses.
Oh, okay.
Well, then give me back my amulet.
So again, up to you. Would you rather have? So the cloak will give you more protection during combat. The amulet will keep people from scrying on you, and may have other properties.
And I'm being totally frank as Dane right now. I don't care which one, and don't care about the cloak.
Oh, you're saying as Dane?
Yes, as Eric, I'm going to act very sad.
Okay, bye.
He does that.
Oh no.
And then he'll bother you again for that.
Probably either way, because my friend is dead, and I'm half a bottle of wine into the night.
You know. Which one would you rather have?
She's asking you. Hey.
I like to think that he's looking to yours like, what should I do?
That is exactly what I was trying to.
Dad, what do I do?
She's genuinely asking you. She can only use one.
What do you, Shelby? Do you have any actual?
I mean, my AC is 14, and I think yours is only 16.
Yeah.
But my HP is pretty low, so I think I would get more use out of the cloak. But
Take the
you
cloak.
don't need 2 amulets.
No, but I can use one, and honestly, the other still works as an emotional prop for my character. So
This is
An
blanky.
amulet.
anything of cutlasses that I can have, I will probably keep.
Thank you.
So
No, thank you.
given that, are you equipping cutlasses? Amulet of proof against.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Here's my.
And I assume.
oh, wait, do I need- Okay,
I
wait,
like
two
that
more
you were
things.
standing
Yeah.
there.
I'm assuming you're tuning the sword.
Yes, I'm attuning the sword. I'm attuning my mother's necklace.
Okay.
I'm going to remove the cloak of displacement now from my inventory
This is my last character.
and put on the amulet because neither of my other items require attunement, right? However, am I incorrect or correct in saying that I have the pipes right now?
The pipes of haunting, I think you do.
Eric, very sentimental right now, but also because it's a inebriated sentimental, kind of flip-flops real quick and walks up to Florence and pulls out of my hole a set of pipes.
It's not getting any better.
No, it's not.
It's getting worse.
Yes.
These were our friends. I cannot play them. I think that you should have them. And I'm sorry for how I've been acting. I am dealing with some grief.
I'm gonna.
Do you want to describe what the pipes are for her? It's a musical instrument.
I was gonna say, like, Eric, do you describe at all what these are, or just kind of hand them over?
I think Eric just hands them over.
Okay.
Okay. I can
so-
identify them.
I was gonna say, Veer's standing there will say, interestingly, these seemed to be able to cause some reactions. So, see that.
I'm feeling very uncomfortable and uneven, so I'm going to give him my potion of greater healing.
Oh,
It's like this is all I have.
Yeah. So yeah, if you just hand it down.
Oh.
It's not much.
More wine?
No. No.
No.
Healing potion.
Oh,
Use
shit.
it later.
Oh, shit. That would have been bad.
I mean,
Can you imagine?
wait.
You probably
And
would have
I
gotten
think
sober.
I'm
but
gonna
it
give
would-
you bardic inspiration too. I'm gonna pat you on the
Which is
shoulder.
bad
It
for
only
him, yes.
keeps for 10 minutes, but if you have to make another check in the next 10
Eric
minutes,
laughs, sets it down next to the wine, looks to Zap for a second, then goes, picks up the potion again, and starts to go to drink.
No. Stop it.
Oh, shit.
So, Shelby, these are pipes of haunting. So Veers kind of explains that when played, creatures within 30 feet seem to struggle not to become frightened of the person
Interesting.
playing.
And I literally have a -1 performance, so I
I have a plus 13.
have not
Yeah.
done well with. Oh, Jesus.
Now it does have a fixed saving throw on this because it's for the item, not for your ability to play it. But it's a DC 15, so it's pretty decent.
Why couldn't I ever
saving
play
throw.
them?
Because you would need to be taught how to play. You have to have proficiency with
in an
that
instrument.
instrument.
Mm-hmm.
Proficient with wind instruments. I don't know if I took that proficiency.
Why did you not foresee this moment?
I'm not a diviner. And I'm just gonna walk away. I appreciate the gifts. Thank you.
Oh, that was a Dane joke.
Do
sorry.
you moonwalk?
Oh, no,
do you
I know.
moonwalk backwards and out of the down?
Yeah,
down,
yeah.
down.
Performance check.
Yeah.
19.
She just moonwalks back out of the way.
I think I might have your app updated, so
Thank you so much.
I'll trade you back.
I hate it when that happens. Thanks.
Yeah, let me know if it doesn't come up.
That gives
What?
me something to work toward.
Yeah, what is Anna equipping?
What do I do?
Today,
So
Eric
I
gave
did
me a lot of things.
kick the ones
Very upset.
the warding stone.
I guess I have
I
to
get
learn how to play
frostbrand scimitar.
So you got 4 items, 3 of which you can achieve.
XO.
So if you go to your
cried a lot.
inventory page, so you quickly go
Cried
ahead and
so
scroll to
much.
the bottom.
Never seen such a strong
love
man
the,
cry so much.
Yeah.
It's kind of refreshing.
So
how fun
those
is it
items
to
are all
disturb
equipped,
AI?
but you
I
can only
wish this
choose
were
3,
who I
so
was
you check
fighting
off which ones you want.
Okay, definitely frostbrand scimitar, the serpent
You're
scale
talking
armor,
about
Oh, I'm just like doing a fake diary entry.
and
about him crying.
Yeah.
warding Stradhelm.
Okay.
Dear diary, I think Eric is in love with a bird.
Thank.
Yeah, was Eric in love
It's
with
bro
I'm
love.
not.
It's bro love.
They
He
really
was
love
also
this.
a bard, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
They were
What did Red
besties.
achieve?
My favorite.
Just my night wind,
Today, Eric gave me a
Uh-huh.
lot of things.
because that's all I have.
So you're not doing the amulets.
between
Anna's not doing the
characters. Or
Dahlia.
What am I equipping?
a little crush on
Staff
the
of
NPC,
Striking.
but
Okay.
Amulet of Health and Bracers of Defense.
Okay.
we haven't seen him since for a long time.
Yes,
So,
NPC.
yeah, very rude.
It's ABCP.
Okay, then you got Shelby. What is that equipping?
The Belt of Hell Giant Strength, Zargash's Bat Amulet of Featherfall, and because that's. Oh no, sorry. He's also doing the Circlet of Blasting, that's his Inquisitor one that does not require attunement,
Okay.
and then the other one that does require attunement is the Wand of Web.
Okay. So sorry. One of Web, the Hill Giant, and what was the third?
Bat Amulet.
The Bat.
I was trying to hold your hand and it was like down here.
All right.
Yeah, he's so happy to have that circlet back on. He's like, oh yes.
My muscles are still a little sore from working out.
Veers is going to equip.
It's wine.
I thought yours was just gonna stay in the place and leave us behind.
What
So
are you
rude.
doing? I'm playing with my bookmark.
You said you don't work Sunday, right?
Correct. I work Saturday, but not Sunday.
I might sign up for a yoga class.
Okay.
Just FYI. Just
Okay, so Veers attaches the gauntlets of ogre power, and he has a +2 leather armor that he's putting on, and amulet of proof against detection and location. He's going to go ahead and wear it because he has a slot for it. And he still has an open slot that he can attune to something that does not have thing to attune to. So cool.
Wow.
Wow.
How special. Do you need another beer?
Thank you, though.
Okay. Eric left. Okay. Because Eric, things happen when Eric attunes.
Oh God. Oh right, he's a fancy fighter.
Yeah, well, he has an item that has stuff.
It explodes when he attunes it.
It explodes.
Hey,
It's explosion. What are you doing?
Okay, so everyone takes the hour or so to get their stuff, get things equipped, get stuff attuned.
Baby. Getting our stuff.
Getting our stuff attuned.
I feel
Takes an hour.
Alphonse is
We
as
get
good
power.
at role playing as Dane. That's crazy.
Right?
And Maggie.
So-
And Maggie.
Oh
Oh,
my
yep.
God.
I use the chair now.
Yeah, that's his.
That's her own
Oh,
damn
he's
fault for
so-
leaving.
Handsome.
I have a picture of
Veers,
one of my old cats playing D&D with us.
once everyone regroups after getting their stuff, Veers does come over to Anna.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to have that conversation with you a long time ago. I don't know if you wanted to have that or not still.
We could. Let me do real quick. So we'll have the portable hole when we hit Waymont. You might have to, or you might want to remove the armor at that time, because we're not sure when we spoke with. Oh my God, brain.
That smells good.
Okay, good.
I should have one.
Do it.
When we spoke with Unsagan, he wasn't sure that wasn't an item that might be confiscated, even as a gold level adventurer. And I know that's very important to you. And you want to make sure to,
You okay over
to
there,
keep
bud?
it protected.
Stairs bit me.
It bit you.
Yeah, on my ankle, on the backside of my ankle.
Like a splinter?
Did I hit the back of the step with the ankle?
I
or-
think I was too close when I came down, and then I think I got
Are you bleeding?
a little scrapey.
Ooh.
Just a little scrapey.
Yeah. If when we go on break, if you know which step it was, you can show me.
Okay.
I'll-
It was towards the top. Had to have been the first three, I think. But yeah,
So anyway,
Okay.
so Veers just says that to Anna.
it's partially
about
my
the
motor
armor.
skills.
Sorry, repeat that.
My apologies.
I was more focused on his.
Yeah. Veers came over to you and was saying, when we get close to Waymont, you'll probably want to remove the armor and put it in the portable hole just to be on the safe side. And Sagan wasn't sure if that was one that would be confiscated even as gold level adventurers.
Do I overhear this?
Yeah, he's not trying to be quiet about
Can't
it.
I just wait outside?
I can't take my
What?
hole?
The hole we should be able to cover with the pouch that I've made.
Oh, right. You got a box for my hole.
Yes.
We'll put my hole in Veers' box.
I hate it here.
Is that in character?
If you prefer to wait outside, that may be an option as well.
You know what? Why not?
Mostly
Nice
just up to
fun.
you.
It's a,
Eric,
Yes.
as you finish your attunement, and inside your head, you hear, "Ah, good sir, you have returned.
Oh, right.
All right, I forgot about that.
Steel!
I'm gracious to feel your hands upon me again."
I am thankful to caress you upon
Excuse me?
Oh no.
that sword is thirsty.
Tell me that there are foes for us to vanquish ahead.
Oh, my friend, I do believe there shall be some.
Excellent.
Steel,
Yes.
have you ever been given any nicknames?
None have ever called me Butt Steel. Would you-
Butt steel?
Steel.
Wow, y'all are wow.
What nickname should I give you now?
Good.
I'm so sorry. But still.
Not half funny, but
if you
I have no words.
wouldn't mind, for the time being, may I call you brother?
And you feel like a slight pause. It's like,
You and you and me and me and you and my
I worry that I
friends
have
too.
not yet earned such a title from you, sir, but if that is your wish, I will respond to that if that's how you wish to address me.
I've never had my own, and I'm so excited for the relationship that we are about to have and vanquishing those before us.
Brother, then.
Brother.
I feel like this is going to be a grog
I was gonna say,
situation.
the rest of you also do hear Eric speaking out loud, but you only hear that half of the conversation.
Buddy, I know you miss Cutlass, but you realize you're talking to thin air, right?
No. I put my hand on his shoulder. Clank, I'm talking to my sword. I turn and I keep looking.
Oh!
That's worse.
What are we going to do tomorrow?
That's worse.
He had the stank face.
Yeah.
But did we know that the sword was?
No, we don't know that the sword talks.
We did. So
He
Veers,
shared.
yeah, Zabilna provided Veers with some pearls, and Veers can do a once a day identify spell.
That's right.
And did do so on the sword. Did find that there was a consciousness within the sword, but that there was no evil intent or curse upon the sword.
Okay, so it's not a grog situation.
So you have checked out the sword.
That's right. It's just been so long.
He ate his food.
The automatic feeder went off.
Yeah.
Finally,
I think he was just more startled by the sound.
He did.
I was super hungry.
I didn't realize I had
He's like, "Ah, man."
because I just got a text saying I got a sound.
So, Florence, on the other hand, this all would have been new to you. As everyone's equipping after the hour or so of attunement, Eric suddenly starts talking to thin air.
It doesn't phase her at all.
Yeah,
That makes total sense.
starts asking me about, have you ever had a nickname, and can I call you brother, and some other things. The rest of the group is like, you all right there? It's like, oh, I was talking to my sword. So.
Yeah,
It does
sounds right.
There is some concern among the group because Dahlia did have a cursed item at one point.
I sure did.
Veers does recall to the group because Veers can once a day cast Identify,
Sure.
and he had done so on the sword. There was
Yeah.
no curse. There was a consciousness he detected within the sword,
Sure.
but no curse to it.
Yeah.
So,
I'm happy to identify anything that we need also.
It's great to heal against the stairs.
But frankly, this man talking to himself is not the strangest thing I've seen today.
Poor Florence, she just really got thrown into this.
He
So-
really did.
Veers does say, don't think we have any items at the moment. I think everything we have is identified.
Wonderful.
However, I presume you're able to detect magic.
Cool.
I actually don't think I took detect magic because someone else had it.
I think we also have an item.
I'm pretty sure I have detect Yeah, I have detect magic.
I don't.
Alright. Eric. Yeah! Veers comes over to you and is like, may I close up the portable hole for a moment? I want to test it with the pouch.
Oh, yes. Let me real quick. Yeah, I think that should be fun.
Yep. So he goes over to, I'm assuming it's like set up on a table or something. He goes over and folds it up, and this portable hole, Florence, you see.
Very assumptuous of you. I think Eric's new thing is. Can I throw it right here?
It has to be on a solid flat surface, 10 feet long.
Oh, never mind.
Sorry, 6 feet, 10 feet deep.
Okay,
If
yeah,
I
no,
remember
table.
correctly. But yeah,
Table.
it's a big hole.
It's a very big hole.
So
It's a hole
walks
like
over
you
to
can.
wherever the hole is. You can actually put the hole on a wall, but that might be a bad idea because anything in it would then fall out. So probably we set it up either on the floor or on a table.
Okay.
So Veers will walk over. Let's presume it was on a table. Veers will walk over, and you see this gigantic hole, and he kind of like takes one edge of it, and as he flips it up, there's just black material now. And he folds it down until it's like almost the size of a handkerchief. And he takes that handkerchief, and you know there's like many different items in this thing. It should have some weight to it, and he's just like moving around like it's nothing. And he gets a bag that he has and places the handkerchief into a pouch of the bag. Make a perception check for me.
Yeah. 16.
16. He's not particularly trying to hide this, but you can see that he does have to like move his fingers several times to get to like a hidden back pouch, and there's a glint of metal in there that he slides it behind. But you did not have detect magic, is that correct? Okay. So it turns to Red. If you wouldn't mind, could you cast a detect magic? And I just want to make sure that the portable hole doesn't show up.
Yep.
At all. So go ahead and cast. It is bright white all around you. This whole space is magic. So it takes you, like, you detect it, and all of a sudden you're like, oh god, like, overwhelmed.
I'm blind.
Everything that is going on around you. It takes your eyes a moment to adjust, and you are able to then start discerning, like, here are your friends, here's the tables, and the other items, but like you are in a wholly magic space at the moment. However, looking over, you do see the helmet and the serpent scale armor. You see the sword, and you see the staff, and you see the harp. And you see the belt and some other things for...
My glasses glow.
Yeah. And you turn and look at Veers. First off, at the bag. And then you pause for a second and realize you don't see anything.
Like, I don't see him at all?
So you see him.
Okay.
But you see no magic items on him, and you know he's wearing magic items.
Veers, this might sound a little weird, but I think anything that's on you can't be detected. Like, there's just a blackness around you, and I can't, like, this whole entire room is screaming magic to me, but where you're standing, it's deadness.
He kind of looks puzzled for a second. Okay, so he steps back over toward the table, and he takes the bag off and sets it on the table, and then steps away from it. It's like, okay, nothing right now, and you take a look at the bag. Bag's not doing anything.
No, that's still good. The bag's good.
Okay. He walks over to the bag, and he takes out the portable hole and sets it on the table and backs away again. And you see as he pulls out the portable hole, it's not showing as magical. He sets it on the table, and he takes a step back, and it lights up.
So while you were touching the hole...
Wow.
Sorry. I had to do a 360 in my head to decide if I wanted to which way I wanted to go with that.
That sounded like a truck backing up.
As you were holding on to it, there was... I could not discern that it was magical, but the minute you let go of it, I could detect it.
And I still, nothing of mine.
Could it be your mysticness?
I don't know enough about it.
Should I?
Should you what?
See if it has the same, like, if the variable is your mysticness, should I attempt holding your box and putting my hole in your box and moving it?
We've already discerned that the box, when he's not touching it, it's still, I can't detect it. So that's fine.
I am curious. Go ahead. I am curious though. So pack up the hole and see. So he puts it in the bag, and it does vanish from your view. You notice as he's holding it, it is still glowing. Puts it in the bag, slings the bag over his shoulder. Your sword is still lighting up. Your if you have other magic items, those are still
Necklace.
But you can't see the portable hole in the bag.
Yeah, I can't see the portable hole.
I do a little and I walk in a circle, and I then sling the bag over my shoulder, open it up, throw the portable hole onto the table.
This is what I want to test. Can you touch him, just on the shoulder or something? Just like.
me.
I don't touch you, Anna. Sorry.
This is a good
I
question.
do.
actually.
Wait, but what did you see when I tossed the hole onto the table?
So,
Yeah, I
so
can see
you took it out of the bag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
As soon as it comes out.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it was visible in your hand.
So then we for sure know.
Yeah.
It's him. It's not an effect of the.
Well, I want to know
Of the
is that
box.
because when he was
Science.
when he was holding onto the hole, I couldn't detect it. So if he touches us, I want to see if that link goes to people as well as objects.
And I simply wanted to decipher if it was an effect of himself or an effect of the box on him,
Oh, gotcha.
so that it didn't happen to me.
Well, when he
it
took
is-
the box off, I still couldn't detect anything on him, and I know he's wearing magical objects besides the box.
but
So.
he had still been handling said box in the moment that you were detecting. Correct.
Veers walks over and puts his hand on Eric's shoulder.
Okay.
We're good.
As you're as you're watching, nothing changes about Eric. He's
What about his sword and stuff? Can I still
he's
detect
still lit
that?
up with his items.
Okay. So it appears it only works with magical items on you or that you are touching, not physical people or what
Or
they
that he's
have.
attuned to.
One second. Oh, nope, he's dropping out on this one. Because Veers kind of looks around trying to figure out what's going on, and doesn't have any idea. Who does anybody have proficiency in Arcana?
She does too.
I do.
Okay, both of you roll Arcana checks for me, please.
No.
Roll what?
An Arcana
A
check.
kind that
Okay.
gets his powers from his god and not from the arcane.
That was bad. I'm gonna hope you do better.
Gods aren't arcane.
Oh wow.
Oh no!
I'm using my inspiration.
Oh, you're gonna use yours.
I'm
Okay,
using my
she's gonna use her
Absolutely
inspiration.
not.
She rolled a nat 1, and I rolled a 3.
I
So.
rolled a 2.
Okay. This is
What do you
better.
opposite?
I also have
Okay.
proficiency, yeah.
It's actually more
Jeez.
surprising than I
1, 2, 3.
I rolled a 22.
Eldritch.
Okay.
Much better.
Okay. As all of this is happening, it suddenly clicks to you because you're looking between the various people. Veers has the amulet of proof against detection on.
Oh wow.
That's way more powerful than I thought it would be.
Hey,
Then.
Yeah.
wait a second. I'm wearing 2.
You didn't tell me that you would.
Did you attune one?
to them?
Oh, I definitely think I said I attuned to 1 because I didn't take the cloak.
My bad.
But
So
So can I have my inspiration back?
I will say in all of that,
that's
yeah,
maybe that's my fault.
you've noticed we're basically blank slates.
Yeah.
Of magical.
Okay.
It comes out, passes around other people. So we'll kind of retcon it to be like someone else holds it. It doesn't disappear. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll say you can for that because it would have been less of a thing to detect. You can have your inspiration back.
Thank you.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to be a dick.
No. Sorry, I was asking around what all everyone had done because I was trying to figure out what all everybody had. So yeah, so the rest of the group notices. Well, you from the rest of the group. The two of us are not showing any magical items at all.
I will be equipping and attuning that then. That's a lot more powerful than I thought it was.
I have an extra one.
Very, very, very interesting. We do need to be careful with this because we are, as gold adventurers, we are known that we would typically be carrying magical items and things. If somebody does know something we have is magical and then they're not able to detect it, it could conversely come up.
So maybe...
So we'll have to be a little particular about how we use this, but it gives us another means to conceal our items, certainly.
Yeah. I should be okay not attuning because I don't think Nightwind will attract anything. But if Anna wanted to wear one and keep her armor...
I'm not sure that Anna has open attunement slot
Probably
presently.
not. No.
So It's up to you. The whole thing basically is the amulet will make it so that you don't show any magical items on you. So you'll have to drop an attunement on one of your items to equip it.
I'll get rid of the dread helm.
Okay. So
No hesitation, King.
take off the dread helm, which may also be for the best anyway, because it probably would have drawn some attention.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Because it is a very like out there item. Whereas your armor actually could be put beneath clothing, and so long as you're wearing the amulet underneath clothing, it won't be detectable.
So it's the amulet of proof against detection and implication?
Yep.
Cool.
Oh.
So it does take an hour to attune, but if anybody wanted to, we do, I think, also have a wand of... Is that a wand to identify, or do we have, or was it a wand to detect magic?
I thought didn't we give that to her? Florence?
Florence.
Florence.
I have it down.
Let's see. So, Florence... Placement, practice haunting.
Oops, that's alright. That was low.
Charming. I do not currently see it in your...
Right. Oh no, it was the wand of pyrotechnics, wasn't it?
There was a wand of pyrotechnics. I thought we had... I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember if we did a wand of magic detection or a wand of identify. I thought there was something. There was when you defeated the djinn.
Wand. I only wrote down pyrotechnics.
Did we put it in the hole maybe?
Oh, wand of magic detection. Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
So, wand of magic detection.
Sorry.
I mean, I would certainly take that.
I do not have that.
If no one else wants it.
So
a lot of other things in my hole.
I believe anybody can use this, and I don't think it requires attunement. The magic detection does not require attunement, has 3 charges, and regains 1d3 expended charges daily. So, yeah, anybody can use this, and it will do detect magic for that person. And detect magic is a 10-minute spell.
Yoink.
So, after Anna attunes, it appears that she also has no magical items on her. So,
cool.
Crazy.
New information to have. So, anything else? I believe we have all of our items that we wanted to check out. Everything equipped the way that we want it. If anybody does want to switch in an amulet, let me know. Let me know when you're switching.
Yeah, I think I'm going to switch the feather fall for the detection location amulet.
Okay.
Seems more prudent.
So, your belt and your circlet after the hour vanish as well.
No. What?
No, vanish from detection.
Oh, okay. Well, the circlet shouldn't. What? No. Hang on. So I've got in total I have 4, but only 3 of them are attuned because the circlet doesn't need attunement.
We just can't detect
it. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's still a magical item. It would still show up.
Right.
So.
Okay. So just all the magical items just.
Yeah. Any magical item you have on you just vanishes.
Got it. Okay.
Well, vanishes from
detection.
From detect magic.
Okay. Yeah. You scared me there for a second. I just got the belt back.
Which is another point of contention. Just again to be aware, and Veer's just kind of conveying this to the group. If you have a magic item and you're wearing one of the amulets, don't bring the magic item out, because if anybody recognizes it as a magic item and they're trying to detect magic, they're going to know something's wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is basically the same as us hiding these items within the portable hole, but it's another way for us to hide them on ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
So, with that, everyone partakes of a meal? Any conversations you wanted to have? Any preparations for before going to bed?
Going to bed.
Going
All
to
right.
bed right
Veers.
now, cause I'm tired.
How are you holding up?
He kind of like looks over toward Anna for a second and kind of nods the other way.
Mm-hmm.
I got a chance to talk with Florence. Her exact words were "don't sweat it," which I don't know how you don't sweat pushing somebody through time.
Mm. Are you still planning to go back to the guild to try and figure more stuff out about yourself and the connection?
I think eventually I need to figure this out. It's not quite at the same level as Eric, but I have made Anna a promise that I would be with her to pursue the Thundering Irons, and I will see that through. But I think after that may be a good time for me to try to find someone with some knowledge of Dunamancy, of something related to this, to see what's going on with me.
I haven't known Anna for very long, but she... I would have thought that of all the people to kind of try and bring her to some form of, betterment, that you would be the person, and she just kind of like shoved you off. I don't know if the rage is too much for her, but I'm afraid that if we find the Thundering Irons and they surrender, that she and I might have to get into a confrontation again due to my oaths.
I don't know. I don't know what all has happened with this new government. I don't know how things stand as far as justice and punishments in this time. You're familiar with Thundering Irons, and you do recall, like, from right before you left was right as they were beginning to...
Very little information. They were just coming into fruition when I was going on my quest, and they were small time back then, but obviously they grew in power enough to take out Anna's whole village.
They were a raider group like almost any other back before that. No one really took much notice of them. Whatever happened around the time of when they were working with Anna's tribe, they changed. They don't take prisoners. They don't let people go. They have killed hundreds upon hundreds of people, men, women, children, families, wiped out villages. I hate to... I could not imagine a situation where they would be the type to surrender.
Yeah.
But I don't know that that's an option in this case.
It just makes me think, though, because you would think that such a large group would have a leader of some, general intellect and know that killing everyone in their path isn't the best way to succeed, even in piratery and thievery. But maybe there's something else nefarious going on as well that we don't know that's causing them to be the way they are.
I've never been able to make much sense of it. Most groups like this, I can predict their patterns and eventually narrow down where they're going to be, and these They eluded us for... And he kind of glances toward Anna. And then comes back to you. For all the years we've traveled together, this group has eluded us. This is the first time we've had any kind of solid lead to them. And I'm not trying to brag, but that doesn't happen to me. I tend to be able to track people down. There has to be something more here.
Well, I guess we'll just have to figure it out as we go.
I don't want to tell you to consider breaking your oath or anything along those lines, but any idea of surrender or taking this group into custody, it seems take anything they say with a large grain of salt. Any offerings of that likely would just be a means to try to gain the upper hand to turn around and kill us.
Very true. I'm thinking of scenarios that I shouldn't even be thinking of at this point.
Yes. I want to make sure you're prepared walking into this. This is probably going to be a bloodbath. And we'll need everyone unhesitatingly to know that.
She may not realize it, but I know she needs you. If you need me to step up and be the force telling her the opposite of things, just let me know.
She's opened up more. As odd as this sounds to say, she's opened up more since having met this group than all the time that I've known her. I think us lashing out at each other is more about being as close as we have become now than any particular anger toward each other. My concern is just that she doesn't run in headlong and fail at her goal.
I guess that's why we're there to back her up.
This has been her entire life. She's known basically nothing else. I'm just trying to make sure she has something to hold on to besides that once it's over.
Well, hopefully when we get to Waymont, there'll be a message from the guild waiting for me with regards to my paladin friend Sagarmore. He may have more information that might assist us. And then I give you a clap on the back and I go and I leave you to yourself.
Appreciate it.
Could I hear any of this happening?
Did you try to?
If I heard my name, I would probably want to know.
So, because so Red came over to Veers and asked if he wanted to have a conversation. Veers kind of like nodded off toward the opposite direction.
Okay.
And I'm going to actually say, well, not his best roll. Veers was trying to keep this as a private conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably, I would say, without having to roll, you did notice that the two went off to talk. But if you wanted to try to listen in without being detected, it would be... I would say first a sleight of hand and then a perception check. You'd have to do both.
Have to do both.
Yeah. Because you have to approach in a way to get close enough that we wouldn't know to stop the conversation.
Where my numbers at? There. Why not? Sleight of hand.
Okay.
Not subtle.
Yeah, you try to kind of approach, but you're watching them a little too closely, and you don't notice one of the chairs is backed out from the table a little bit too far, and it scoots. And being noticed, you kind of move away. I'll let you roll the perception check, but it's much more difficult.
Okay.
Because you're having to do it from like across, all the way across the room.
Natural 20!
Holy shit.
For 27.
27.
Jesus Christ.
So you don't get all of it.
Damn it.
You do get the question of whether he's going to leave, and you do hear that he's going to stay to see through the hunting down the Thundering Irons. You don't hear about why he's thinking about leaving. You hear that he's concerned about you charging in headlong, and that he wants to keep you safe. You also hear that he doesn't want to convince Red not to break his oath, but to know this is almost certainly not going to be a surrender situation. Mm-hmm. He's going to need to be ready for a bloodbath. Mm-hmm. And that we need everyone to know that, and not to succumb to potential tricks in that regard.
Okay. Thank you.
I think that's about all you pick up.
Before I walk up and say, hey, and interrupt you eavesdropping, with everything that's coming up, I thought that it might be nice to have one of these, and I pull out a little container of medicine capsules, and I dropped one.
Oh.
There we go. That's lightning.
I was like,
sorry.
what?
Try to find ambiance.
There's a battle inside.
There's a battle! He's trying to kill me!
Sorry about that.
I drop a barky looking medicine capsule into my hand and offer it.
What is it?
It was given to me in the Feywild. From my understanding, it will give you 1 HP if you're conscious, and will stabilize you from dying. Or will make you feeling, approximately 1 better while you're awake. And
1 better.
1% better.
Stabilize you if you happen to be dying.
Big die.
She keeps it.
I simply have this labeled as medicine capsules, and it says +1 HP if conscious, with stabilize from death throes.
Okay.
In parentheses, it does say, Dane, only take 1 a day, question mark?
Sounds like these are kind of akin to good berries.
I only gave you 1.
But
Sounds like there could potentially be, someone gave me a warning about only taking 1, but I don't know what the consequence of taking 1 of these. And I think maybe the tree people gave me this.
Yeah.
Because I gave a lot of gifts in the Feywild on purpose, and now I have some Feywild fun stuff.
Okay.
Right.
I thank you.
Don't worry about it, sis. I walk away.
You ruined it.
And I like to walk up to Dahlia.
Yep.
I've been digging through this hole, right?
Dig a hole, dig in a hole.
So, I've got something I'm extremely curious about. And I wanted to come to you first, and we can bring in other people too. But I really, really want to... I'll just show you. And I pull out a shriveled up hand
Oh.
that happens to be holding a bunch of scrolls
It's the hand of Vecna.
with a star and moon ring on it, I believe. The shriveled hand of an elf wearing a ring of shooting stars on its 3rd finger, clutching up rolled sheets. The sheets we know, or we believe, are scripts of... That was Bavlorna?
Endolin's play.
Endolin's play.
Okay.
The ring I'm a curious cat. I really want to take this ring off and see what it does. Or would you have any idea?
Does Dolly have any idea? 'Cause I
So
don't.
you could, if you have detect magic, cast that, or do try casting identify if you have that.
I do not have identify. The only thing I have is Arcana, which
I think I do have a detect magic, but I didn't know if you had any past knowledge
I don't believe
or
I do.
history
So
of this ring.
yeah, taking a look at the ring, roll a history check for me.
Me?
Yeah.
It worked.
This light would put me to sleep.
Same.
I'm using my inspiration that I was given back.
She's gonna throw up.
That's right.
Okay, it's still not great, but 15.
15.
That's better.
So
It's better than like 5.
it looks like a fairly common signet ring. You're not familiar with the specific house that it pertains to. If it was something found at Endelin's, most likely it used to belong to someone, possibly an aristocrat who Endelin brought from another world and just decided to use that person's hand as a holding space for her script.
Great.
But you don't think you're not unaware
I don't
of
think
anything.
there's any significance.
Yeah, you don't think there's anything necessarily significant to Endelin, and you're not familiar with its origin.
I'm going to tell you, I'm not really aware. I don't believe there's any significance, so
Do you think we should?
by all means, that is up to you.
I'll detect magic.
And you don't sense anything coming off of this ring.
God damn
It seems like it is just a signet ring. Similar kind of to the one that you had.
Can I wiggle it off?
Make a dexterity check for me.
All right.
Come here. You can do this. Stop it. Anything goes
What's my
bad.
dexterity?
Things like not doing it.
10.
I'll say, do you get any bonuses for sleight of hand?
No, it's still just +2.
So-
8 + 2.
Okay, so 10. So you start to pull it, and it begins to come, and it gets up to that first knuckle. And it's not getting past that first knuckle. You're kind of like wiggling, pulling back and forth, and you kind of like flex it out a little bit, and the finger, you're trying to get it to like straighten out so that you can pull it off. And instead, the finger's just sort of like bending back at the curve.
Yes. Yeah.
And you're just like, how? And so it's sort of this like back and forth that you're like messing with this hand.
We're gonna die. The DM's gonna kill us with a bunch of rocks.
One second.
He's always talking about fingering.
Basically,
It's not getting past the first knuckle.
It's like back and forth.
so
Damien just over here
Dying.
dying for the second
Casually.
time tonight.
so Veers walks over, kind of like their conversation having ended, kind of sees you messing with this, and just reaches out to the finger, presses on it to a point that like straightens it, and the ring just slips off into his hand, and then he turns it over to hand to you.
Oh.
Idiot.
Stupid idiot.
Stupid ass.
Absolutely. I just have some familiarity with this sort of thing.
You're good with your hands.
Mostly, yes.
Fucking damn it, Dane.
So, are you handing him the signet ring?
Oh, I guess my hand is open to take it.
He handed it to you as soon as he took it off.
Right. I'm gonna put it on.
Oh.
And he disappears.
Sorry to bother you.
You're fine.
Thank you for your help. Enjoy that tic tac.
Do you put the hand back in the hole, or what happens with the hand?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, going
Okay.
back in the hole.
Okay.
Unless anybody wants some light reading, I'm pulling it by the wrist.
After Veers mess with it, the finger is like sitting here like this from the hand basically, so it's like in grip except for the ring finger.
So then I'm definitely gonna go. Who's that? Ah. Fuck you.
You're
I
using the
think
wrong
you can
finger.
go back.
It's. Toss it in the hole.
Okay.
You're
Listen
the
to
one who
hole.
used the wrong finger.
Go ahead and fold that up and put it back in the pouch. I assume you want to carry the pouch.
If you don't mind.
Okay. Yep. So yeah, I'll Veer just kind of hands over the pouch to you to hold on to. Just basically, just, don't just go fiddling with getting access to it though.
I'll do what you need to change the description. I'm going to now change the name to the pouch with the hole.
Okay. Any other conversations, interactions?
I am okay.
All right.
I wanted to have one last one, if you'll permit me.
Yeah.
I saunter over to Florence. Florence, what are you currently doing?
Just writing. Writing in my diary.
Who's Eduardo?
You haven't heard of him?
I can't say I know the name.
Well, that was good. Good job.
What? I blankly.
Jesus.
Sorry.
He's a very famous
I can't get
bard.
one.
You missed me doing my elbow.
I
think it was like the
unfortunately did
last
not bring his book with him, otherwise I'd give it to you to
My
read,
elbow.
Oh
although
my god. It was so
maybe that is
I'm like, are you
presumptuous.
okay?
I can read. I very much enjoy reading.
It's like, you know, when actually Rogers goes on like that. It was
Maybe
like
if
that
we
loud.
I conceptualize a lot better than I'm able to articulate.
Roll a persuasion.
Doubt.
Well, if we happen to come upon his memoir, it's quite fascinating.
I'll keep my eyes open.
Wonderful. Are you doing okay?
You know, this whole excursion that we've been on has been some of the best times and some of the most challenging times I think I've faced. And it came at a time where I've been at one of my, I'd say, lowest points. So it's difficult to say what is okay. It's right now, I am surrounded by people that I care about on an evening of good time with plenty to share. And that's not always the case. So I would say right now, good. I'm okay.
Very glad to hear it.
How are you?
Learning about consequences of actions.
Here comes the consequence. Now.
I'll be alright.
Burdens are lighter if they're able to be shared, and we are willing to aid in any way. Again, we understand you did not ask to, and definitely I burp, to get involved with this dunamancy mess.
Well, I know enough about adventures that I should have anticipated something strange happening. It's different when it happens to you.
Make an Arcana check for me on Dunamancy.
Okay. Ooh! wow, dang. That's my second nat 20.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Nicely
And
done.
you're
Plus
proficient.
6, 26.
26.
I think it's in a good moment.
So, yeah, that is interesting. You remember at the college, there was a text that you were going through, and the text had several pages torn out of it. But on the page just before the pages that were torn out, you do recall that this word existed. And was actually seeming that it was going to lead into some explanation of Dunamancy and what it was, and then the pages were just gone.
Dunamancy. This is a word I've heard before, but even studying as hard as I did. Sorry. Even studying as hard as I did, not a lot of information seems to be known. What do you know about Dunamancy?
I am aware that it is the school of time and how magic relates to time, I believe. It is a study of time magic. We are affected by it, and this is why we have coined the term blip in and out of reality, and why we're also privy to each other's shared experiences of the past.
And Eric, your, I think it was a history check on your Nat 20 from a long time ago, had almost the exact same experience. You came across the term, but many pages from the book were ripped out.
Oh, thank you, Jim.
Zabilna had a little bit of information about it, but she also basically informed everyone that any writings or any recordings of relating to Dunamancy seem to have been stripped out for time.
So I'll finish with is everything I've said so far accurate though? But I ran into it long before our adventure began in school. However, any details or specifics on it have been erased or stripped away. I've been told that it seems that someone has erased the details from time itself.
Well, that's exactly what I encountered. That's interesting.
A confirmation, it appears. I don't pretend to completely understand all of it, but it does seem circular in nature. I think about it oftentimes, and it can be distracting. If you need anything, please let us know. This place is abundant.
Thank you.
Keep an eye out on that book. I head out.
Okay. Anything else? All right. You all retire up the stairs. Do you all go to the main room that is set aside for you? Does anyone basically bunk down elsewhere?
You said they're individual rooms?
So there's one large room that now has 7 beds. Used to have 6. So seemingly it's adjusted to you. And then there is a second room that has another 20 beds in it that are basically the space is set aside for if you guys were to bring in others to the space. But the first room is designed to be the room for the group.
I'll go to the group room.
Group room.
Cool. So everybody-
Sleepover.
Let's put the beds together.
Oh my god. I'm gonna stay up late and talk about
Boys and eat popcorn.
Braid each other's hair.
ha. Make friendship
Everybody kind of
bracelets.
bunks down.
And it's quoted by Donkey and Trick. And in the morning, I'm making waffles.
And we will take our break.
Thank you, Break.
Thanks,
Thank
Break.
you, Break.
I hate that I say that at DMNO and no one does it.
Aw.
That's because they're lame.
Because it's like, all right, be back in They have proven if you
There
take
is
a
Aldi
cheap
wine,
red wine
yeah.
and you put it in a blender for about 30 seconds
So
to a minute,
Aldi
it actually
wine?
does help with the
It
taste.
should be. Courtney, is there still wine left? Or is
A little bit.
Okay. If there isn't
There's plenty of wine
stuff
in the
there, but there's
By
a
the
bunch in the
fridge.
fridge too.
I know
in the bottom on the front
Do
of the fridge.
ouchie yourself?
There's strawberry
I'm
and
trying to
blueberry.
See if I did that at work
Okay.
earlier, or if that's a previous one. Because I often will cut my thumb on the champagne foil. Because we go through. Yeah, we sell Volro by the glass and by the bottle. So, yeah, we're fancy.
Schmancy
No, I
wancy.
So
can't get that
schmancy.
fucking song out of my head.
But yeah, so I will frequently cut myself on that foil. I'm like, did I do that today, or is that the one from earlier this week? No.
It's because you work in fancy schmancy cheese shop.
Oh yeah, the cheese bar is so fancy.
Why are you squishing his face? I'm
Cheese
so
bar.
confused.
Man, when I worked
Me-
at the Playhouse,
I mean, it kind of is.
Bridesmaids.
It is very.
Oh.
when you worked at the Playhouse, when I worked at the Playhouse, I used to go there or to Lamy for lunch.
That one.
Way more than my salary would have permitted.
That's.
I just think
that's
about
fair.
the poor girl that
when
does shit in the
cheese shop,
sink. But
I
Yeah.
figured. Yeah,
It's
when,
like
when people
I-
ask.
when
Yeah,
I
that was-
go
that
to
was-
setting
the sink or the
table,
road?
That was a
before we go, I'm
scene.
like, girl,
The
that-
road
It's
in
already
a
paid
white
off.
wedding
Just-
dress, I think.
When people ask,
could
well,
at
where's
least
the
hide
cheese
it
shop?
better.
I'm always like, well,
Yeah,
do you know
but
where
then
the
you probably
playhouse
have to pay for the
is?
dress.
Sink is in
Literally across the street.
But
privacy.
you probably
the
still have to
me-
pay for
between the me and
whatever
the playhouse.
damage you did to the
It is.
bathroom.
I
I
don't
like
know,
when the
I'm
cheese
pretty
bar
good at hiding everything.
Because I'm there.
Oh my god.
Because you're there. Because I'm there.
So
I won't
I'll be there
out you.
tomorrow night.
you all
Closing
achieve
it up.
Anyway,
you all achieve a long rest.
Yay!
Yay.
I used to
However-
scale slap.
However, oh no.
Oh no.
I don't
You
think I
said
shared.
Coming toward the end of your long rest.
what repercussions are we about to suffer?
What? I came at the end of my long rest?
Yes,
Oh my
exactly.
We're all gonna die now.
Zabilda
Can we-
appears.
Can we-
Dahlia.
Can we
Wait,
pool
spell slots
money?
back then?
Sorry?
Spell slots back then?
Yeah, you go ahead and do the long rest on your sheets. Dahlia, you are like just starting to rouse slightly when you hear your mother's voice in your head. Darling, your grandmother warned you only have 12 hours.
Oh
It's about to expire. You need to leave the inn.
Okay, so I'm going to wake everybody up
Yeah.
and be like, we need to get out of here. We only had 12 hours to be able to stay in the inn.
Oh,
We
right.
need to leave now.
Right. Yeah. Up.
Like,
Yeah.
this second.
'Cause-
What?
so
What's
you
wrong?
all,
What?
yeah.
What?
We need to go.
Get out.
Now.
And you can all feel there's like sort of a weird ebbing and churning of the magic of the inn.
We're about to
Ugh.
enter
So,
fucking black
You
matter.
all kind of
space.
grab your items and begin rushing to head toward the door of the inn.
Mm-hmm.
Who is leading the charge? I'm assuming Dahlia's
I
probably
am.
like running.
I'm like, get the fuck out. Bye.
Who's behind Dahlia? Anna?
Yeah, I'm
Next.
not playing.
Okay, there's 3. Where are you
Oh,
guys?
another nat 20, bitch.
I think I'm grabbing the most amount of stuff on my way
I
out.
was gonna say I tend to wipe up the rear most of the time anyway.
Okay, are
so
you?
you two are at the very
You,
back.
okay, you have
So,
to decide. Are you babysitting behind me, or are you
Yeah,
letting
I'm
me?
like, go, leave
Okay.
it,
Yeah.
leave it.
Veers is not too far behind Anna and Red, and then the two of you are kind of going through.
Leave
all
it.
of you, everybody rushes out the door right as the inn begins to vanish.
Ah.
The two of you are still about 5-10 feet inside. If you could both roll a dex save for me.
Okay.
Oh no. I don't like this.
Can I give them bardic inspiration?
Oh,
Sure,
dex
I'll
save.
allow it.
Remind me what
Saving
that does,
throw.
please.
It's a D10, I think.
Oh no,
To add to
Yeah. Let me
D10
verify.
is the 0.
It's a spaceship.
That's good.
Well,
It's a
I
D10.
think
Thank
I'm
you.
going to use our heroic inspiration.
Okay.
Nat 20.
All right.
I don't
Nice.
even need the D. Thank you.
I currently have a nat
You can
1.
hold on to it for a little bit too.
Oh,
Okay,
10
God.
minutes.
So we're gonna re-roll the nat 1.
This is such a good dice. Thank
This
you.
is such a good dice.
It's a dice that is
Music,
big.
music's nice and fitting for
You
this
used
too.
the chunky
I
dice.
did use the chunky dice.
18.
It's
Wait,
Neil Newbon's
plus
energy
2 is
with the help.
20. We don't need the bardic necessarily, but does it help?
I mean, you got to 20.
If you got to 20,
Yeah.
it's probably fine.
Sure. Okay, so as the two last of you are like kind of rushing down the stairs, everyone else has gotten out the door. All of a sudden,
Leave the shit! Leave the shit!
Kind of similar in a way to the way you guys blip. You're coming down the stairs, and then suddenly you're outside the door, and the door itself vanishes behind you. You've basically been forcibly ejected from the inn, but it was like you were in one spot, and then you're just right at the door entrance immediately in that second. And the dex save is not falling on your face, basically. So as you get out the door, you both, like, you're going down steps and suddenly you're on ground. And for most people, you would, like, trip over yourself, but something about the movement, you're able to catch yourselves and steady together.
Well, now we know what happens if we stay too long.
Just get booted.
So it does seem that if you stay in the inn too long, you just get plopped out basically the front door. No real injury or anything, but it will boot you out.
Well, at least we don't get stuck in a horrible hell dimension. That's a plus.
Shit.
However, probably
I mean, that dimension's better than most hell dimensions. I'm going to tell you that right now.
However, probably good. Veer's sexless. Probably good that you woke up and got the rest of us up. Otherwise, we might not have grabbed all of our items, and they'd still be in there.
Neither of you need chainmail, right?
I have plate mail.
I'm like gonna knock on my plate.
Yeah, they're both way higher than
Okay, sorry. Dane should say.
Uh.
Probably can visibly see. Okay. Because I was going to argue, can I have said that I grabbed it out of my... Well, I have my pouch with the hole, right?
Yes, yeah, you grabbed your items.
My pouch hole.
All the holes.
Yeah, all the stuff that you were intending to take with you from the inn is with you. You grabbed all those items.
Okay, I've got it.
Dahlia. Also, you do recognize the voice in your head. Your mother was using sending to communicate with you, which means you could reply to her if you like. You have, it's 25 words total. You up to you that you can reply.
We made it out. Thank you for the reminder.
And you kind of look around, get your bearings. It is still dark out because you guys started the inn at 4 p.m., which means it is 4 a.m.
Fun.
The area that you're in, let me bring up, I won't have any of the effects of this, but we'll pull up.
It's 4 a.m.
Yep.
We did go in a little early.
I've not been awake this early since... I don't think guarding...
You also had some wine last night.
Yeah, I think I've still had some wine last night.
So you are all in the space of Lookout Tower.
Oh, right.
It's foggy as hell in here.
You're welcome. And it's not daytime.
And for those, actually, as you kind of look around, everyone make a perception for me real quick.
You roll perception for me,
Perception.
babe.
Is that
Everyone's
what's in
The D20 and then the perception should have his modifier for it.
Oh, fuck me. I'm using my inspiration.
Unnatural 20.
Can't really tell.
That would be a 24.
Hey, oh my god, that's another fucking nat 20.
Well,
Are you kidding?
15.
10.
Then,
Are you kidding me?
Oh, fucking son of a
So I
Wait. I feel
would have
tingle.
specified
Yes.
that they're
That's
not
good.
affected by the spell's effects. It says I can do that.
oh, you can specify. Okay.
Yeah.
I am so
Or
sorry.
I can give everybody a
I know.
password.
I was
Okay.
gonna say, can we
They would
all,
probably
like,
notice that it's
cool,
foggy. It's just they
Yeah,
also
okay.
see through it.
What- what else
Dave a
are they-
shock collar with,
Or rehome him.
with
Wow.
He just needs to like he just needs to like run around with his friends for a little while, burn off some energy.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Oh, honey. Oh, God.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Oh no!
That's great.
Didn't that happen during one of
Critical
the...
roll.
Yeah, critical
Yeah.
roll. He
Critical
he's
roll,
he's
yeah.
himself.
If there was an actual item that could do that,
Oh no.
I would allow that to be a mechanic at the table to shock me.
Okay, so actually, this works out since you all rolled really high for that. It is foggy in here, and yet somehow you're all able to see by and large through the fog. It's not shrouding your view, even though you can tell it's foggy. You also look over at the steps, and there's a plethora of cobwebs going up the steps, but it seems almost ethereal to you, like it like translucent, like you could step through it.
It's a 25-cent word.
Me talk good.
Me think, why say lot word when few word do trick?
It's also a Diablo word, isn't it?
I will slap you with this.
And presently the front door of Lookout Tower is locked.
This is my last one.
So, you being the purveyor of the spell may unlock it.
Sure.
Guys, the front door is locked.
Yeah,
I think
and
we're trapped.
this is what I would say. You could have given.
wards.
Yeah, you could have
Yeah.
given them the password for it.
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah.
since you didn't, it's like I'll unlock it.
You have a ward? We should not be traveling with children.
She said
Eric, it's a magical
word.
barrier.
I don't
She was doing
care
it as a
if
protection
they're
spell.
magic.
Oh my god.
It's just
For
my
seafarers,
defenses.
There's no
against
children.
I think he's still drunk.
intruders.
Are you hung? Are you still
For
drunk from
for
last
future
night?
reference, the
Yes.
password
I
is.
cannot feel these cheeks.
Ooh.
Which
The password is what?
Password is
I
ooh.
can't think of anything.
I was
funny.
like, ooh. I was like, the
Nice
password
word
is ooh.
speaking.
Yeah, call me brother.
Food.
So you go to unlock
David.
the front door.
Spider.
The door swings open. As you look out, the pillars on either side of the door and the door itself facing outward are coated in slashing attacks, claw marks, all kinds of scrapes.
Okay, well.
Oh,
wow.
great.
Glad
thing I did
that
that.
you protected
Good thing you
that.
came with us.
Thank you for that.
what the fuck?
That's terrifying.
Yes.
Can I do like
Nature.
a
or-
nature check?
Yeah, go ahead and do a nature check.
I was gonna say animal handling. Like that's not it.
Can I do perception?
Jesus, no.
I'm gonna let her do the nature.
That's fair. Yeah, no.
That's a 13.
13.
Can I do perception?
You can do investigation.
Can I roll with
No.
advantage?
Have you used your inspiration?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cause I'm
It's-
cute.
It's what I will say with the 13. These claw marks are the same claw marks that you found inside. There's
Can I also do nature check? I have a nature check. I'm just curious.
oh
With my wine, I rolled a 4.
He's still half drunk. And...
that door's fucked up.
You think something was trying to get in.
Yeah, there's something wrong with this door.
You know what? Because of your insights with the Feywild, I'll allow you to also do a nature check.
Okay. I'm just curious. Probably not going to be much. Yeah, no, that's not going to do anything. Never mind. It would have been a 6. That's not going to do anything
no.
for me. So.
God,
No, you were able
Sorry,
to
I was trying to be
yeah,
helpful.
door's a
Anna,
mystery.
you were able to match up. The claw marks are the same creatures that have been inside this space previously. It seems that the arcane lock kept out those creatures from last night.
Whatever.
Would I have seen these in the Feywild at all? Could I say they're Feywild?
You're not sure that these are related to Feywild creatures. I was just letting you do a nature check because you had some special experience.
I wasn't
with
sure
Feywild.
if that was a
Whatever
hint.
was here has been here before. So maybe it would be in our best interest to not stay any longer.
Red, you reach out and
Yeah, I do.
your horse is gone.
Yeah,
Because it was in the stable outside.
great.
Oh, it's dead?
It's gone, not necessarily dead.
Oh.
So it is a summoned creature, so
Oh.
if it was killed, it would just dissipate.
Ugh.
But you don't know that that's the case. It is simply out of range for you.
It bravely ran away.
Yeah.
We know
You're not
we had
sure
to
if it
close
ran, if it was taken, or if it's been dissipated.
Where is my carriage?
The fuck are you on about?
Don't
Just
you
be
speak
happy
to me
that we
that way.
didn't get ambushed by this creature.
You're still drunk.
Sorry, I get a little carried
Anna's
away.
gonna
Where
walk-
is our carriage?
Anna's gonna wild shape into a warhorse.
Prestigious. I walk up and I
Maximus.
hold my hand up
How to Train Your Dragon intensifies.
to let her
Fight it
smell.
off.
She's just gonna stomp her
If it's
hoof.
if my steed's out of my range
Find
and
it.
like
Get
I was
on.
still like holding on to it, if I let it go, would that reach out to dissipate him at that time, or if they're too far away, would me doing that not do anything?
Just do this. Just do this.
I get that now.
Jesus Christ.
Anyone see the proposal
Yes.
in front of Toothless?
Oh.
Oh,
You're saying The Proposal, that's a very famous rom-com.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
So
that's a good-
even if the steed is still around and just out of the 1 mile range, you can release it and it would happen no matter where it is.
Okay, I'm gonna do that
Okay.
just in case like it was captured or it's like severely hurt or whatever.
Yeah.
So
And yeah, you don't get necessarily a response.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's been dissipated, but yeah, if it still exists, it no longer does.
cool.
So. All right.
What the fuck?
Florence pats herself on the back.
After all this, Dahlia, you do hear a second reply from your mother.
oh boy.
Glad you all got out. It seems there's been some activity in your area lately. There's some trouble up ahead.
No shit, Sherlock.
And she finishes. There's a family in need of your help.
Are they human?
She did not specify.
Yeah, I know she didn't. She's a bitch.
We should probably move forward, but no, there might be some trouble ahead.
There always is.
Wait, trouble of what kind? Do we have
As
specifics?
he's asking questions, I'm just gonna start
Trouble.
walking.
Oh. He's like, oh god.
I'm not sure. I just got a message from my mother just saying there's some activity that had happened. She's aware of it. But there may be some people we need to help along the way.
Let's go.
Sounds
the
good.
less time we waste here, the more we can get to where we need to. And she's gonna make his journey really uncomfortable. Maybe if he needs to puke,
This wine is not sitting well.
that sounds like a you problem.
Let's see. 1 second.
I was literally about to get a
How
picture.
stealthy would you say we're being, guys?
Not very.
If we're not being stealthy, then I'm gonna play my harp.
Got it.
And just do a little counter charming.
I guess
So hopefully no one can come up and frighten us. Or...
If you ever choreograph show choir, use that as. These are facials.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
These are visuals. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Oh my god, that's terrifying.
Whoa.
What happened to my body?
What happened to my body? Our necks have just disappeared.
Head, shoulders.
Knees and toes.
So what's going on right now?
I don't know.
Look in the chat.
Well, I saw that.
But why?
I'm just like we're moving,
walking,
right?
Yep, we're moving
Yeah.
to
We are
where we
moving.
need to.
Making our
Okay.
way.
Making our way.
Downtown.
Walking fast.
I'm
a
mobile,
seagull,
horse, go fuck yourself.
I'm a seagull.
Sounds like
When
half it's
you're
about
doing that,
all
can you walk and go like?
of it.
Hey, if Foggy.
Yeah, heading along the trail.
Heading along.
Downtown. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I was
On
I was
horseback.
trying to pull up a wagon
am
here,
warm.
and it does not seem to want to load for me.
That's because
I
you're
don't
wearing
know
a
why.
jacket in the middle of
So
summer.
I'm just going to deal with that. So
It's so cold in here.
Does
you go along the path.
like-
It's about 20 or 30
Yeah.
minutes or so north of the.
Are there reins and do you try to eat?
You're going bareback, son.
That did not improve the situation.
Glad you clarified.
Great.
So
I forgot he writes the Recalcion.
in the path of the road, after you come a little ways, and unfortunately can't bring this in because it's not letting me at the moment for some reason. But we don't necessarily need it. You see a slightly broken wagon with no horses attached to it.
I shall go investigate.
Roll perception for me.
Rolling perception.
Rolling.
14.
14. This wagon's been attacked. There are some arrows that have that are in the side of it. As you approach cautiously, you also find there's a woman who steps out from behind the wagon who is holding a child.
Look out, woman!
My fucking god.
Are you alright?
Ma'am, are you alright?
Appears to be a halfling.
Okay.
Adventurers, help us, please.
What
My
happened?
husband. We were set upon by a large group of kobolds. They attacked. They took most of our things, but they were going to kill us. And my husband volunteered to go with them, with our son. They've taken them both. They left me alive because he decided to go with them. Please, you have to save them.
Do you know which direction they headed off in?
Yes, and she kind of like directs over. There's a direction that leads over toward sort of a mountainous range, just a couple miles away.
They took your son and your husband?
Yes.
I dismount.
You're not on a steed.
He's on Anna.
Oh, you're on Anna?
Yeah, you missed that whole
I missed that whole fucking thing.
Yep, I am a warhorse right now.
Okay.
I turn real quick and give like a questioning like, yes?
No.
Yeah, can I do an
No.
insight check and make
No.
sure she's not like...
Please
You're
get
drunk
back.
right now.
Horse.
Oh.
Please get back.
that's another nat 20. That's
Holy
3
shit.
on this die tonight.
Amazing.
Do we have
level
any
tonight.
connection?
So that's this
Get
26.
brought your loaded
Yeah.
dice.
She is genuinely terrified. You pick up no signs of deception here. She has had her life rocked.
If she's telling the truth, I would like to help her.
I would also like to help her.
That's what I'm.
My mother did.
Yes, we're going to help her.
That's
give me
what
a heads
I'm
up there with
currently
the family.
questioning or asking.
Oh.
I turn to the woman.
Oh god.
I
I
believe
place
this-
my hand upon her
Oh my
shoulder
god.
Really far down.
after
Eric.
sauntering.
Eric.
The second he starts to saunter, Anna's gonna take her leg and just blink in an effort to just trip him so he can fall on his ass.
And then I will walk up to her and say we will help her.
Should I roll an attack roll or something?
Are you going to try to avoid this?
Avoid the tripping?
Yeah.
I would think that I'd try to avoid tripping, to be honest.
Okay. Roll acrobatics for me.
Oh no.
Anna,
You
roll,
say what?
just roll an attack as the horse.
Would you like to?
Okay.
We're rolling acrobatics. So good.
7?
13.
18.
18.
Get fucked.
So
I have a
you-
proficiency.
you-
Does a proficiency mean anything?
No.
not for this. Well, proficiency does mean that you've already added in your extra points to it. So
Right.
yeah, you dismount, like trying to be as regal as possible, and like
Yes.
you're so in your head about this, you begin sauntering toward her. Before you know it, there's like this hoof right in the sort of back keister, right to the keister of you, that like pushes you forward and over. There's no real like injury to it, but it takes you off your feet for a moment, and you end up little like ass over tea kettle on the ground as Dahlia walks up to the halfling. holding her child.
Yeah. Embarrassed?
And she kind of like steps back for a second.
Don't worry about him. We'll help you.
Thank you.
Is there any place nearby where you can hide?
And she kind of looks around. It's forest, like all the way around. It's like I can try to take cover as best you can.
This place is not safe for her if there's some monster tolling about.
Are you able to say that?
I can
She can
mentally talk, you dick shit.
I didn't know if we were connected currently.
But no, her telepathy is a racial thing.
So he can't hear it. No, I'm just talking to Red.
I don't want to take her with us. That'd also be dangerous.
If we leave her here, she's on her own.
I agree. It's going to be more dangerous to leave her here.
I'm picking up grass
I'm
and
not
then
saying
walking
we
over
take
to
her
you.
all the way. We
Yeah.
take her to where the nearest shelter is and drop
I
her
agree.
off there.
I agree with Anna.
Are you willing to let them ride you?
Wait,
Yes.
what?
The tower is still warded for the next 12 hours or so. I don't know. We're like 20 minutes away.
I think we should drop
Yeah.
her off at a shelter potentially, where there are more people.
You know where one is?
I don't know that we have a lot of time. I can think of two options.
We did run into trouble on the way here.
The tower is not far. It's 20 minutes, and Anna could make it in half that time. We can also try calling the inn and leave her in that.
That would only be 12 hours.
Well,
Hopefully we'll be back before then.
I mean, she indicated the wards are still up for 12 hours there,
That's
too.
true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just not another spell. No, we haven't wasted the inn. But
'Cause we have one calling of the
Yeah,
inn
we have one
today.
calling of the inn.
I tend to be optimistic, but if there is something that happens to us, and she happens to be in that inn, then we all her life is forfeited.
Well, she presumably would just be booted out of it at some point. But the same would be true of the...
Oh, that's fair. I guess we were just kicked out.
Yeah.
It wasn't as if we
Mm-hmm.
were thrown into a negative zone. You're right.
But the same would kind of be true of the tower. If we fail, then the wards come down. She's... But it's the same amount of protection either way. The tower might be the easiest thing.
Mm-hmm.
And,
There's
and bluntly,
a lot
I'm
to
not,
mess with in the inn, and
I was to say, I'm not 100% sure the inn will persist if all of us leave with a guest in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure one of us needs to be there.
I don't like the inn idea.
there's also there's just a lot of responsibility to leave someone with.
There's still that creature that
cutlass
keeps
to-
attacking the tower.
That's what I'm also concerned about.
Yeah. The wards should protect her from...
Are we
And-
planning
and
to
then-
trek back
Where are we?
Yes.
to the tower?
Are we close to
It's
anywhere
20
else?
minutes away. You can get there in half the time.
No, I'm saying after the 12 hours are up, we're just leaving her there.
No,
The doors.
No, we're
The
taking her
doors.
family
Yeah.
back to her at the tower.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
I
We're gonna
have
go
to
fight the
believe that the
kobolds, get her
kobolds are-
family.
What time is
the
it?
people
And then go back.
attacking.
4 a.m., remember?
Can she not make it all the way to Springbrook?
Alone with a child?
Alone? No.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust. We've already run into bandits out here.
Do we think we can handle this in 12 hours?
Veers points to Florence. I think you're right. I think what's attacked the tower is the same thing that's attacked here.
The inn?
The claw
If we
marks.
take care of that situation, we've likely taken care of the tower situation.
Mm-hmm.
If we're really uncomfortable, it's a 6-level spell slot. I only have 1, but
No.
That requires us to go
I
back
have
to
to cast it again.
This is going to be over in 12 hours regardless.
I'm gonna go to the halfling and just lower my head to her, just kind of nuzzle her a bit and mentally say, "Get on."
You can trust her.
I am
She
a
could-
magical horse.
Here, I can help you.
This is our magical horse.
Its name is
So
Magical
you're,
Horse.
Magical pony.
Florence, you're going to
flying through the sky.
give her the password to
Shoot
lock
it
it in.
down.
I'll let the warden explain. Okay.
Tug on its
So
wing.
so you convey to her that
Dun,
the
dun,
tower
swing
is
it.
empty, but it's been warded, and if she speaks once she's in, if she speaks this word, it will lock
You,
her inside. To do that, and wait for our return.
sweet lemonade,
Sweet
lemonade, yeah, sweet lemonade.
She also looks around all. Thank you. We don't have much. Any help that we can offer, of course, we'll give. But please, my husband, please rescue them.
And is gonna lower herself as much to the ground as possible for the halfling to get.
And I can help with. I'm tall.
Yeah. So lowers down. Red actually kind of like scoops her up because she's holding the child
Point
as
to
well.
me regarding it.
And you're.
Don't let me.
You know that like once you get there, you'll be able to kind
I
of like
forgot.
lay down to let her
Or
come off of the
swallow.
child safely. So U-turn and I assume haul ass back toward the...
No, wait. Question I pose to the group. If there's a difference between the two, and the difference is us the same for both is us succeeding, and we need to come back to save her or be there, why not do the inn so that we don't have to travel backwards? Because aren't we trying to continue heading north, not south?
The inn stays in the same spot, doesn't it?
The inn stays in the same spot. The tower will be south while we're trying to head north.
But it's only 20 minutes.
It's pretty close.
It's not very far.
I kind of feel like you had a good point a minute ago. And Anna's already like.
Yep, she's already taken off.
Bye.
I believe her, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's the safest thing to let a stranger and child into
our magical sanctuary.
Quite a bit of magical items.
One of us would have to go in there too.
Maybe. I don't know if it persists or not. But also, if we tested that and it didn't work, we're out the end.
All right, fair enough. Sorry, don't mean to
but
arbitrate too much.
Something to test in the future, certainly. So, and as Veers actually sees Anna like last bits off in the distance, he goes ahead and establishes his connections. Let's say 5 hours for everyone
Failed your sneak attack.
Connected.
Anna should be able to catch back up to us. I say we start heading that way now.
Making our way.
Yeah. And Florence, this is for you the first time. You feel some magic from Veers, and suddenly you realize there's a telepathic connection between you and everyone else in the group.
Oh.
You also realize you could sever that if you wanted to, but Veers also kind of turns to you and says, this connection should last for up to 5 hours. Unfortunately, if you disconnect it, it has to be recast, but nobody hears anything except what you want them to hear.
I heard that. Eric says in his head.
And Veers kind of turns toward him and out loud says, "No, you didn't, because I was only talking to her."
I know, but it's been a long time, and I'm starting to pick up when you make facial cues.
Yes, we're very. Let's go. So the group starts heading toward the mountainous range while Anna's taking the group. This will it'll take you 10 minutes there and 10 minutes back, and then whatever travel you have to.
You'll let me know when I come back.
Yeah. I'm also, because we're already telepathically connected, and I think that goes for quite a distance. So
really bright.
I'll let you know as you're going that we're going to move ahead, but we'll wait for you at the mountain.
Okay.
So.
Does anyone have any, like a hat or something? It's starting to get really bright out here. How?
Nope.
Veers kind of like, as he's shuffling forward, reaches into his backpack and pulls out. It's actually kind of costumey hat, but it's rather large brim and.
Does it have a feather in it?
It does.
Ooh.
It's gray material. The feather is multicolored with like lines on it, and it's a black band around the top.
Oh my god! It's this. It's this one. It's this hat right there.
Did I just describe?
It literally is like a costume from Elder Scrolls Online. It's called the Werewolf Hunter hat. Literally has a black band around it and a couple of feathers and wide brim. Look at that. That's a sexy hat.
Right. So.
Where are we going right now?
So you're heading off toward a mountainous range that the halfling had pointed toward with the kobolds gone.
Okay, that's right. Okay, that's where I wanted to go.
We are absent Anna, who is normally our tracker. So does anyone else have a decent nature score?
No.
I have a +4. That's about it.
For what? For
nature.
Nature.
Yeah, I'm at +2.
+2.
Not bad.
Yeah, Veers is only +3, so Dahlia, I think with your experience in the the woods of the Feywild, you're probably
Great.
going to be the best one to
Great.
roll out.
Lead the way.
Great.
Wait.
The squishy sorcerer.
Veers will walk with you and try to assist you, which will give you advantage. So you'll...
So roll 2 d20s.
So roll 2 d20s?
Yeah.
And then that total plus...
Well, so
you take the highest of...
I take the
between
highest.
two.
Okay. Well, I just rolled a nat 20.
Yay!
Plus 4, so that's great.
So many nat 20s
So you-
tonight.
Everyone's rolled a nat 20, I think.
I know.
nope, I have not.
Well,
We
figure
have
it out.
I've come close. I rolled a 19.
We'll work on it. Us together.
No, don't touch his hand.
I haven't rolled one yet.
He's gonna jinx you.
Your hand looks swollen, buddy. Touch me.
It's so easy to leave.
Nope. Are you trying to whistle to piss me off?
No, that's actually, does that not sound like a Harry Potter magical type whistle?
Yeah, well, it sounds like the wind thing, yeah.
Okay.
It sounds like you're trying to whistle and you're drunk.
Oh, that looks fun.
Oh boy.
Both those things are true.
We reached the cave of wonders.
Who disturbs my slumber? The cat.
It is I, Hazim.
So-
I'm
Aladdin.
Dahlia, you're able, as we step into the
The
woods,
Prince of Thieves,
the tracks from this group just pour out to you suddenly. Something about this instinctual need to especially help children, in this case, coming from your mother in the direction that she gave you. It's almost like the scratches and marks from this travel light up in your eyes as you're traversing through the woods toward
Into
this.
the woods.
So you're able to move along very, very quickly, and it does take probably another half hour or so of tracking through the woods before you are able to approach this cavern. During that time, Anna, you are able to get to the tower, come back to where we were, and have, using your own tracking, come in through the woods, which we've left marks for you.
Fabulous.
To track along. So it would have been 20 minutes there and back. It takes us half an hour to get to it, which means you are probably about 5 to 10 minutes behind us when we arrive.
Cool. Sorry, there was a telephone I needed to get.
So you all approach the edge of this mountain. It's very obvious there's been some scuffle up the steps to this cave. It looks like even though they decided to go along with the kobolds in order to keep their family safe, they have struggled a bit in being taken by the kobolds. But as you all begin approaching, I'll say everybody except Anna, because she's not quite back yet, roll stealth.
Oh boy.
You say we have to accept Anna? No.
Wow.
Stealth.
Roll.
Sort of good. 15.
15.
1?
Dice jail. Dice jail.
11.
6.
18.
2.
Oh no.
Oh my.
Do you have inspiration?
Nope.
Oh no.
We are not
Does my bardic has my bardic inspiration lapsed?
There's not an 18.
Aw.
Oh, that's close. So,
Not good. Not good. Not good. Not good. Not good. Not good. Not good.
Me and my plate mail. Clack, 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 clack.
yeah. So as
That's
you're
what I do.
Nice.
as you're sort of coming up to the area, you're trying to sort of stealthily approach, but there is definitely an urgency with everyone, and some of you are missing your steps slightly. And so there is some noise in the approach to the steps to this cavern.
I mean, you and Eric. You were the sus.
I will. Okay. As you get to the first steps, there is a rock that shifts, and there's some sort of clattering along the steps. And you all kind of look at each other, and Veers puts his arms out, and you all step back into cover as best that you can.
Well,
It's like Homer Simpson in the bushes.
Yeah. you wait a few seconds, sort of watching the opening of the cave, but after about a minute, you're confident nobody seems to have heard. They rolled real low on their perception.
Jesus.
So it seems as of yet you have not been detected.
Tiptoeing again.
Toe, throw the toe lips.
So Veer's kind of looks at the group and is like, let me see if I can approach and like ascertain the situation just at the cave entrance.
What did he say about his ass?
So
He's gonna go get some gold ass.
He's gonna be certain of that. Cool.
Yeah, I'll just go with that.
What? Do I know what a kobold is?
It's
Everybody should know
like
what
a goblin.
is.
It's
Dane
kind of,
does.
yeah.
But does Eric know? Are they in Revelor ever?
So kobolds do
Have I seen
do
one, I
occur.
guess?
I don't know that you would have necessarily ever interacted with one because you've lived in a capital the majority of your life.
I can't wait to see dragon people.
But yeah, but you are studied enough to be aware of what they are.
Are they cute?
No.
So Veers kind of pulls his cloak around him and seems to move silently and through the various shadows around the steps and up the path to the entrance to the cavern. So he peers inside and sort of takes a look around.
Oh, that's pretty, Brandon.
There seems to be a path to the left that is open and goes down. Working along the wall, he notices there is a ledge up and to the right, slightly.
Did you make this?
I took a pre-made thing and edited it quite a bit.
Is this cave bioluminescent?
It's pretty. I like it.
Yes, there do seem to be some glowing stones within the cave.
Feels very Skyrim to me.
So he kind of looks up, but isn't able to discern anything. It does look like climbing to the ledge on the right would be difficult and probably more difficult to do silently.
Okay.
But coming to the entrance with the stealth that he has, that's about as much as he can ascertain without potentially having to do more stealthy stuff to like go inside to discern. He does telepathically relay this back to you, what he sees. Anna, you are at this point just approaching toward the bottom steps with everybody else.
Okay.
Path to the left, then I guess.
See so?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Veer's messages back to you. We're having a little trouble with stealth. Do you think you could give us a hand?
Out of wild shape. Am I nearby?
Yeah, so everybody's at the bottom of the steps at the moment, except for Veers, who is at the cave entrance.
One moment, and then just cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
I feel so much lighter.
Okay, and then everyone roll stealth again?
Yeah, so you're all going to make a trek up the steps again. Everyone please roll stealth the second time.
Plus 10.
Add 10.
Oh, that's
Okay.
so much better for me.
That's slightly better.
21.
Yep.
What is it?
So your normal stealth check, and then add 10 afterwards.
18.
Oh, wait, add 10 afterwards?
Yes.
Yeah.
27.
Or no, 17, sorry.
Oh, then 29.
29,
17.
17,
27.
27,
Also 17.
24.
17.
19.
Okay, cool. And... Oh, God.
Did Veers
Veers
fuck up?
fail.
Veers just rolled a 40.
Oh, okay.
Good.
That's fine.
Lord.
I thought you were.
Picture of that.
It's a natural 18. He has plus 12 to his stealth.
Jesus.
Plus another
10 for yeah.
That's crazy.
Holy God.
Oh,
Well, we know you're fine.
Yeah. So and like
Veers just disappears.
you can see like Veers has been like you've been watching him. He's at like the edge of the cave door or whatever, but right as you kind of approach, it's like he just vanishes into the wall.
He's
like,
walking
you
on
all,
air.
Fierce.
Like you know he's there, but you can't see him.
John Cena!
Fierce.
And you see he sort of steps out from. There was a little bit of an extra cast shadow from the Castle of the Trace that he steps out of. So.
You make another sound, and I will wild shape a horse and actually kick you.
You know what's crazy? He could actually have rolled more on top of that.
I was going to say that was an 18 if he got a 20.
Well, but he also, because of his psionic ability, he can roll another d8 on top of that roll.
Good fucking
lord. Anyway, so, cave. Path.
Into the cave.
Yeah, there's
10 minutes.
steps here or so. So as you all peer in, everybody else make a perception check for me, please.
Perception check.
What was it?
Oh, that was
Perception.
Wow.
Perception.
Yeah.
Mhm.
a weird.
I like perception.
17.
16.
I'm gonna go with
5.
I can't say shit.
Actually, we're almost done. I'm just gonna use my inspiration to re-roll it.
No, actually, yeah.
10.
that's-
I have a
Good
plus
point.
6.
Wow,
I
I got the
four.
same roll.
Oh, I hate when that
So
happens.
it's 10.
17.
8.
8. What did Anna roll for perception?
I'm rolling like
my
my
perception.
character is drunk.
I mean, you've had a few
That's
drinks.
going to be a
You've had a few
22.
Gotta learn. Greater
Yeah, but
Okay.
how the dice know?
So
Superior.
you all kind of look in and begin to sort of edge forward, and all of a sudden Anna puts her hands up and stops everyone.
Do traps.
As she points up toward the ledge, where...
It's a rock.
God damn it.
Whoop.
It's a shiny rock.
This is going to be difficult because everything is like
Now it's
Tie-
feeling like Baldur's
tied in
Gate.
here. Very,
I'm getting
So-
Spider Queen vibes.
Yeah, up on the top of the ledge, there are
The bald capybara.
actually two.
What is going on?
They're singing fucking the Baldur's Gate 3 shit.
Okay.
I didn't know I could go that low.
Oh, for some reason this is not loaded. That's why. Don't know why this is happening, but,
Ooh, it's
but
Casper.
yeah, there's a piece here as well.
There's a shy
But
ghost.
there are two kobolds sort of guarding the entrance from this upper ledge here
Okay.
that you notice. And they have not noticed the group yet. They are kind of interacting between, like, taking glances. You all kind of step back into the shadows again from there. But what would you like to do?
Anyway,
So
start
there's only
blasting.
two?
Hmm?
You say there's only two?
There's only two there. You don't know where that cavern behind them goes.
There's probably more.
You think?
Not often.
Of course not, because you'd probably die of an aneurysm if you did.
There's something in that cavern.
Do you think we could lure them outside? Or at least a group of them and try and take them by surprise when they come out? They're too high up for us to adequately attack aside from like Anna who could fly up there.
I think the best idea is to try to eliminate as many as we can silently moving forward if it's possible. If these are two, do you think it can remove both without alerting anyone?
If they fall and they fall back, you don't know if there's an entire cabin of them behind them.
Correct.
To
So if I can, Veer says, if I can get a good angle on them or get behind them,
I'm pretty good with an axe.
I can.
I might be able to stealth with you. That leaves you all out in the open.
You let me know.
Unless you all can stay quiet. And then we can get back to business.
I'm fine staying
How
here.
far away are they?
So they're about 10 feet up on the cliff side there, and maybe 5 or 6 feet back from the edge.
I mean, we're connected telepathically, so if anything
Wow.
goes wrong, you can call us
get a little
in.
I could
meta.
also just cast deafness on them, and then they wouldn't be able to hear us.
They could still see.
There's a chance that it could fail.
Our real big issue is I feel like we need to try to sneak attack or sneak up on them in a way that we can kill them without having to initiate them for a prolonged period. Do you gather what I'm saying?
No.
Is there a way that we can kill
enough.
them without having to do rounds of combat?
Yeah,
Can
we
kill
need,
them
we
in
need to
one
keep them
turn?
quiet and kill them in one, which I can definitely take out one of them.
And I could take out another.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking the two of them need to go separately and we stay here. And
If
if
something goes wrong, they can.
they can
Yes.
connect with us and call us.
I'm not sneaky, but what is our accuracy and lethality comparison? We've never. I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying?
So Veers, when I was gone from the group, I was traveling through time quite a bit. One of the things that I learned while I was doing that was something my old partner tried to teach me again and again. I never was able to get. I can do it now, and it basically it's an assassin's trick. It makes me very, very, very deadly if the person doesn't know that I'm there.
Have at you.
So there's kind of turns to you, Anna. I think they're going to see us if we try to climb up. If we try to attack from below, it's going to be difficult to get an angle. I could try to time it and teleport us up there.
Fireworks, maybe.
I can also wild shape and crawl up there.
Also, this Friday night could be the eye cups.
Let's have you do that because you're probably going to be better getting into a position to stop them in case anything goes wrong. So why don't you wild shape, get just behind them on the path and be ready to kill the one that's up a little bit higher, and I'll go for the one next to it.
Got it.
Before you guys go, I'm going to come to you and I'm going to bless you both.
Okay.
Okay.
I was going to do that.
Okay, so
She's gonna wild shape
Um,
into a spider.
yeah,
Three
so wild shape.
people?
I can do it for 3 people, yeah.
You still got your passive
That
out
would be
trace.
Yes, I
I'm
do.
going to say roll another
Everybody.
stealth check for this action.
Yeah.
That's pretty good to know.
Hold on. As a spider? Or I don't think I can do.
I think it's fine to roll it as your ability because like stealth to me
Oh
is
Jesus! It's the same thing. It's 22.
okay. Yeah. Is that with your passive out trace?
Yes.
Okay. And yeah, Veers roll 32. Off a 10. So you head up, get sort of like behind the area, and basically get ready to unwild shape and do your attack.
That's just putting it.
Veers is going to come in as quietly as he can. If I can get the angle here. So let me on the other screen back in.
I have hands.
Wow, children.
It was in a loving way.
It was.
So there's Veers. And I'm going to go ahead and put Anna top.
Sitting down for so long.
Your old
I'm
Greek
old.
bag.
I'm old.
So you kind of snuck up behind.
Look at him. He's
So
old.
you are still in wild shape. You're not
Yes.
using your regular token. So the two are kind of like lazily watching and interacting. Veers comes in and keeps his stealth to find a spot kind of over here.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, when they kind of turn and look more back, actually toward your direction, but the spider like hidden off, so they're looking kind of down the hall. Veers tosses one of his daggers up to the rocks behind one and teleports right behind it. And he then
You get to
comes
add.
up and makes an attack.
You can add a 1d4 to your attack roll.
Right, so let's see here. So 21 to hit. That definitely hits. Oh, spectacular. And I'm not actually going to roll this because he's dead. The assassinate function basically lets me do. It's an auto crit.
Nice.
So he does all of his, and these are pretty basic kobolds. He does all of his.
For mine, it's a 21 to hit.
Yeah, 21 hits, and so he does all of his damage plus. So it's a D8 plus 2 D8s then, and 12 D6s.
Jesus
for his sneak
fucking
attack.
Christ!
So this thing is very dead. I'm not even going to bother rolling.
It disintegrates.
I think this thing has 5 hit points, so yeah.
Sorry, that's 8 damage for slashing, and then Jesus, I'm so dumb. And then 6 cold damage.
Yeah, that's enough. So
I can't math.
yeah, the rest of you that are kind of like toward the entrance, you see Veer suddenly vanish, and there's no sound. There's just, you see him just kind of lowering the body to the ground. There is actually, the rest of you roll perception.
Wow. I got 3 nat 20s and then
I got
a
12.
bunch of 2s.
Or wait,
9.
no,
9,
14. Sorry, 14.
14,
16.
15.
15, and then Florence, just no.
9.
Okay.
She's busy just reading her journal.
So Zav and Eric both pick up. There's a tiny sound of shh as Anna cuts into the other one, just the blade cutting through the leather armor, and you hear like a slight splash of blood and just like ice. But that's it for the other one. We both hold our place for a moment. And nothing else seems to be coming at the moment. So I think we've gotten away with this.
I still have my pass without trace on.
Yeah.
So.
But that was to see if they heard that
okay.
little bit of sound from your attack.
Okay.
So you and I are now up here, and we are just about at time. So I think we're going to call it there.
Yeah.
But you and I can see there is kind of a path this way. So we have an option now of, do we have everyone climb up and take this path forward, which will be a little difficult with noise climbing, or do the two of us come back down and join the group on the other path?
Incorporated into my set. So it's sometimes.
Welcome to the Cobalt Cave.
Yay! Never fought kobolds.
They're kobolds.
Hey, Brandon.
Yeah.
I was gifted a potion this session.
Yes.
May I keep my potion?
If you want, so long as you bring it back. You can hold on.
Remember.
Yeah.
Have I ever
You haven't yet.
disappointed?
Have you ever?
That's a question.
Did you ever have a dream that you and then you could do anything?
It just makes me smile just thinking of the memory of that.
I love it so much.
I like Chris or Charles.